Sourkidsproductions.
Anybody seen Amber Heard out? No. When she come out in public for the first time, she has to answer questions and talk. Oh, they gonna shit on her, bro. Literally. No, she's the one doing the shitting, literally. But still, they gonna give her a hard time, bro. I can't wait to see what the And Ezra Miller, they already tried spitting that already. They already saying, oh yeah, he gonna get therapy and shit. They gonna keep his ass. No,
all right,
10 out of 10 too.
all right.
He done got me hot today, talking this nonsense.
We'll keep. What's going on, folks? Welcome into another episode of the Final Drive here at Sour Kids Production Studios. It is Alec, Javante, DeAndre, once again, as always, doing all things NFL and NBA here on the Final Drive. So, before we get into it, gentlemen, it's been a week. I know, DeAndre, you missed quite a bit of news with Tua. You may have been lucky you were gone.
Yeah.
Javante, obviously, that game on Monday night, Chiefs Raiders. That's the, fourth loss by one possession?
Yeah,
I'm
only lost
correct,
I think like 12 points, 12 for the season.
Yeah, so, I mean, another heartbreaking defeat once
That's
again.
That's what I gotta say about it. We'll get to it, though.
As for me, the New Orleans Taysums is what we're calling ourselves now. He single-handedly defeated the Seahawks, which, say what you want.
No, that's not. That doesn't sound like a nice sentence.
Say what you want, a win's a win. I'll take it nonetheless. But yeah, it's been a crazy week of football for sure. Let's just dive right into it, gentlemen. What are we feeling here?
Well, the week did not start off great. I'll say that for sure. That Thursday night game was a yawner. I could sleep through most of it. It was just...
And then the poser talk came out afterwards, and
yeah,
some not so nice words came out about Russell Wilson.
For sure. Now there's this whole shoulder thing that he has, and you know, Denver. I don't think they're necessarily done yet. Because, you know, they're still what, 3-2 right now?
Mm-hmm.
So
They're gonna lose this week to the Rams.
I don't know about that.
They play
They play
who do they play? They play Chargers, don't they?
Yeah, it's Chargers. That's an L though. Yeah, it's Chargers in Chargers in
Yeah, Chargers in LA.
Yeah,
it's a loss.
So yeah, man, it's just tough, man. I don't know what to say because Russell Wilson. I don't know what happened as far as because I remember last time I was here, I was saying, oh, it's just the scheme. It's just getting used to the team. Like I don't think Russell Wilson has dropped off that dramatically compared to last season. And yeah, he looked pretty bad Thursday night, man. It's not even like just as far as like arm strength, but it's like, come on, man. How do you
I think
KJ Hamler wide open like that?
Well, I think with Russ in particular, I think like you mentioned, play calling is one thing to where it's just obvious that it's bad play calling. But now I think we're at the point to where, okay, I got to look at the quarterback and what he's doing wrong. And Russ does not look like Russell Wilson of old. He looks like a guy who is scared to take hits, does not want to scramble out of the pocket and take these excessive hits. And I mean, that's a big part of Russ's game is the ability to use his legs and escape and kind of buy extra time for guys to get open. And right now in Denver, you're not seeing that. And I think the biggest concern to me is how are you one of the worst red zone offenses in the NFL and you have so many weapons? You know, Jerry Jeudy, who we thought Russ would fix Jerry Jeudy, and that has not been the case whatsoever.
Nope.
Cortland Sutton, who was a very good receiver in the red zone. You know, they had Javonte Williams up until he got hurt 2 weeks ago. You know, Melvin Gordon, still a very capable running back in the NFL.
That issues with fumble.
Yeah. So it's just, to me, it's more about Russell Wilson now than play calling at this point. And then, you know, you had the issue of, you know, Richard Sherman came out and called him out for a lot of guys calling Russell Wilson a poser, you know, a phony, not as authentic as we want to think he is. So I just don't know in that locker room how many guys want to buy into that. And when your big $200+ million quarterback is, you know, maybe not all in as he should be, or at least not being himself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because I'll say this right. I think the Raiders have a better chance of making the playoffs than the Broncos. Even though the Raiders have a less like they only have one win compared to the Broncos, but the way they've lost games, I mean,
they've been competitive.
They've been competitive. I give them props.
The problem also with the Broncos, I completely agree. I think it's one of the worst. I think Russell Wilson has one of the worst contracts in the NFL at this point because I think you give him that extension, thinking I'm getting this guy, especially new ownership. You're trying to be like, okay, and this guy, like you mentioned, ain't the same guy. He doesn't run, doesn't want to leave the pocket, missing open throws. I mean, also I think it's gonna get worse for him. I don't think it's gonna get better because now you just lost Javonte Williams. You have really no running game. Melvin Gordon's a fumbling machine. He's gonna fumble at least twice a game.
And they just lost their starting left tackle.
Yeah, so I think it's only gonna go downhill from here. And I think if you're Denver, as the fans know football.
But if you're Denver, what can you really do though? Like you can't move on from his contract. You can't.
You might have to eat it. It seems like it could take him.
Or you might have to fire Hackett and play musical chairs as far as head coaching goes.
And see if there's a head coach.
Because you got to think, also with Hackett, he was part of the previous ownership's, that was the last hire.
But who you have to bring in a veteran coach, who you bringing in? That's an offensive guy possibly, right? Mike McCarthy maybe if the Sean Payne goes to Dallas, something like that.
Or if I'm Denver, what about Sean Payton?
Sean Payne, why would I go there if I'm Sean Payne? I'm watching this and I see why I have problems with.
I mean, Eric Bieniemy's always talked about every year.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna get a guy like Russell Wilson, this team's ready to win. They're trying to win a championship. This has to be an established coach. That's
Byron Leftwich, coach, offense coordinator.
You're talking about guys that are coordinators.
But of course, they missed out on the chance. Like Doug Peterson would have been the perfect coach to bring in if you were Denver, but.
But also, I don't blame Denver completely because they didn't know what the kind of guy they thought they were gonna get Russell Wilson of old.
And I mean, and here's the thing with Hackett, I kind of have the same concerns as far as Matt LaFleur goes. Hackett was the OC in Green Bay for the last 3 years.
But he didn't really call the plays.
Yeah, but was it Hackett or was it more of Aaron Rodgers? You know what 12 is gonna do week in and week out, and it's the same concern I have with Matt LaFleur. Is he really a good head coach, or is it because of Aaron Rodgers and what he can do?
Yeah.
So. If you're Denver, you kind of just got a lot of problems. And the Colts, too, at that, have a lot of problems. Granted, their offensive line is completely a wreck right now.
Their problem, yeah.
And Matt Ryan has no longer...
John Taylor ain't the guy he was last year.
Yeah, and I imagine Frank Wright's on the hot seat right now.
Well, the problem with the Colts is that, their team is known for establishing the trenches, dominating the line of scrimmage, the offensive line with Quentin Nelson, with Ryan Kelly. So... what they expected this year was a lot of run the ball with Jonathan Taylor, gas defense, heavy play action with Matt Ryan, which Matt Ryan is good at. They just haven't been able to do that.
He's a turnover machine. He turns the ball over too.
Yeah.
He's just bad as Carson Wentz pretty much. And that's the problem with Frank. I think Frank Wright's going to get fired too. And I don't think he deserves to get fired. But, hey, look, we don't give you all the quarterback opportunity. We don't let you pick the quarterback you wanted. And it ain't working.
I mean, if I'm Denver, that might be a good name to keep an eye on, too.
I hope
Frank Wright.
Get him. Josh McDaniel get his
Yeah, Denver.
Frank Wright that'd be a good place. Yeah. But, I mean, also the problem with the Colts is that I think, the fact since Andrew Luck retired, it's been nothing but 1 year stopgates at quarterback. Mm-hmm. You went from Luck to Brissett, and then Brissett to Phillip Rivers, and then Rivers to Wentz, and Wentz to Ryan. And I mean, their roster, it's a good roster it can win right now, but now the quarterback looks like it's going to be something that might hold this team back.
Your successful franchise quarterbacks, Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck. What do they have in common? They were drafted. Yep. Colts.
But also,
draft a quarterback.
To add that also with the Denver thing, and this team also, both these teams, but also Denver, seeing those fans leave before halftime, overtime just tells you every year about that team and how much they believe in that offense and that team in general. But to add that also, these are two teams that were just, I think this game is also disappointing because this is two teams that everyone took in the preseason to be real contenders out of the AFC. Like I know y'all said the Broncos probably be better than the damn Raiders. Yeah. Y'all thought all of us thought the Colts probably gonna win the division.
Yep.
And to see how that's turned out, it's kind of like, I mean, I don't know where you go. Like,
but again, like going to Russell Wilson, like
he's looked bad.
I mean, but no, I'm saying like at the end of the game, like you think, is it really Nathaniel Hackett or is it Russ' lack of talent? Like, does he have a lack of talent now in that arm? But I just think it's just bad decision making by him, and it's weird seeing that from him because we always regard Russell Wilson as one of the smartest quarterbacks in the NFL. So that decision throwing on what was it, second down when they were in their 20-yard line, threw it to Gilmore.
The second pick?
The second pick.
The one where he kind of was scrambling, turned around, and just threw an effort ball.
The one where he tried to fit it to Tyree Cleveland in the end zone.
Yeah.
When Stephon Gilmore picked
both
it
those
off.
picks, both the interceptions were horrible decisions.
Yeah, for sure. But that second one, you were in field goal range.
And again, that's 6'6".
Let's also say this also
9'9".
To add that maybe we need to give Pete Carroll more credit and think about, hey, if you look at Russell Wilson, really when he was at his best, when he was winning the most, he had a running game and a defense. And since when that defense left and the running game left, sure, he's put up stats, but how much success he had making the postseason or getting deep in the postseason?
I mean, they make it the playoffs in Seattle every year, and they were done.
Lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were 1-done
Rams
every
cook
year.
him, everybody cook him. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. I think it's a bad signing, of course. It looks bad. Hopefully, he can turn around. I don't think it's going to turn around because they have no running game.
Yeah.
They're nothing to lean on. And the scheduling will get tougher.
But I think we can all agree on, though, that if it's going to be anybody that leaves this offseason, it's for sure the Nathaniel Hackett.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, like it's Russell.
Yeah,
they're
Russell
gonna,
Wilson's stuck.
they're
They're
gonna
stuck with
try
Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
Unless you could look to move him to the Colts.
I mean, also, it's just crazy. Like, if you look up in Seattle, like how the current players are responding to Geno Smith in that locker room,
He's
like
playing good football.
it's absolutely crazy that maybe all this time, maybe Russell Wilson was kind of the problem in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you saw your man on Good Morning Football said they think he thinks Sierra and him and Beyonce and Jay-Z like the diva part. So
Yeah. And that rant by Kyle Brandt, I think it was personal to him because
Yeah.
I think that happened to him. But what he said about Russell Wilson being a poser and not authentic, I think that's fair to say. Because you've seen several media guys since come out and say that they've heard that from players about Russell Wilson as well. So
yeah,
regardless, Denver is in trouble right now, I feel like.
I enjoyed the Robert Griffin, LaShawn McCoy back and forth though. That was fun to watch. But yeah, Russell Wilson's a tough position, bro. I hope it turns around, but I just don't see it. Watching the Broncos has been boring. I'm tired. Roger Goodell, we need to get them off the primetime game.
Yeah, don't they have them next week?
Monday night, yeah.
Monday night, I'm tired of watching them, bro.
So
They
Joe
play-
and
who
Troy.
they play Monday night.
Chargers.
Chargers, right?
Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah.
So I'm tired of seeing them play, bro. They can't score no points. They boring as hell. Melvin Gordon's definitely. I don't know how Melvin Gordon still got a job.
Hey, hold on. Geno, man, he balling, but I think what was it? What did he say post game during the interview? He was like,
They tried to rob me off, but I didn't respond back.
yeah,
we ain't
Yeah.
responding back. Respect.
I mean, hey, kudos to Geno Smith, man. I think that, and maybe it had a lot to do with the fact that in New York it was Rex Ryan and then Todd Bowles, two defensive-minded guys, just to really try to develop the offense and him in particular.
Mhm.
And maybe because he's dropping dimes. Say what you want about it, maybe being a fluke or whatever, but Geno Smith is balling nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
and he's he's trying to play for another job, another contract. And sure, Seattle's. I mean, if I'm a Seattle fan, I feel good about how the Denver Broncos look. We look better than them, so
Yeah,
I'm happy. But Broncos, let's ride, right? Where the hell go?
sheesh, yikes. So besides that game on Thursday night, what stood out to you guys from Sunday's slate of games or Monday night?
I'm with the Raiders.
You
Man.
want to talk about your Raiders?
Yeah,
Because I'm gonna just say this about the Raiders real quick. I actually did not mind the decision to go for 2.
I did.
I liked it.
Let me hear why.
Because Josh McDaniels knew his defense, which
Did get a
it's not
stop.
his fault because he inherited a defensive roster that was not great. Outside of a couple guys that were already there.
Mhm.
But all game, they were getting worked defensively by Mahomes and Kelsey. And I think he thought he didn't have the confidence in his defense to go for 2.
Mhm.
Which I respect that. Like you know the strength of your team. Go for the win because you just don't know if you're gonna get the ball back or have a chance if the Chiefs get the ball.
Right.
And that's
Which then it forced KC to play different because they had to lead late in that game. They had to lead, so run the clock as much as you can and force the Raiders to try and get in a range. But
Yeah.
I like the decision.
I mean,
I liked it.
It's the same thing like John Harbaugh when he was playing the Bills 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
People gave him hell for that. I understand why he did it. I mean, trying to go for it instead of taking the 3. Why? Because he took the 3 the week before against Miami, and Miami came back down the field, stormed back, and scored
Yeah,
a
and
touchdown.
I mean Mahomes and Reed, that's just one of those things where if they get the ball and the game's tied, they're going to get in field goal range.
That's my problem with it, bro. I'm tired of these coaches. There's a lot of them doing it. The Chargers coach, maybe Sean McVay to some extent, Harbaugh. People think too much about analytics, and I get analytics and all kinds of stuff. Just when do we stop playing just smart football, bro? Just kick the ball. Let's take a tie game, and then they end up getting a stop in. The defense got the stop,
Because the Chiefs played differently.
but still, if you're gonna go up,
The Chiefs weren't going for the win at
Yeah.
that point. They
But-
were playing to kill clock.
But still, if you're gonna go up 1, I'm just like, bro, let's tie the game up. And the play call, like, come on, bro, why are we doing this? Like, let's just tie the game up. We shouldn't have been in that situation anyway. We're up 17-0 on them at halftime. We shouldn't be in that situation anyway.
And most times it's not analytics. It's what you see.
No,
It's what you see.
analytics.
No, because it's what you see on the
Because
field.
John
If the
Harbaugh-
offense has been torching you
No,
consistently
John Harbaugh
throughout
did the
the
same
game.
thing. John Harbaugh did the same thing against Buffalo, right? And what he do in Cincinnati? He kicked the points. He took his points. Right?
Right?
Smart football, bro. Like, At the end of the day, like even the Chargers coach, what's the biggest problem with the Chargers coach? He always doing dumb things, 4th and 1, going for it, stuff like that.
The thing is, I would fear Buffalo's offense more than Cincinnati. So yes, Cincinnati's offense, I can take a chance on. That.
But it's still smart
Buffalo
football, bro. Tie the game up. Let's go from there. If worse come to worse, we go into overtime possibly. Or I get down there and kick it. If we lose to Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, okay, fine, cool. But the fact that we didn't get a chance to do that because you went for this 2-point conversion when you didn't need to. There's 4 minutes on the clock.
So let me ask you, how confident would you have been in that defense if the game was tied?
I'm gonna give him a chance. We still have Chandler Jones had a solid game. Mad Max. I'm taking a chance. 4 minutes, I'm taking a chance with. If worse come to worse, we lose the game to Andy Reid in that offense. I can live with that. But the fact we didn't even give it a chance because we didn't get the stops, we had the stop. And you want to say they played it differently? Okay, say they score. We can come back down and put one in the end zone, I think, still too. But the fact we over here down, you put the defense situation where they have to get a stop, and we get the stop, end up getting the stop, and we get that 4th and 1, and I don't know what kind of play you call it because you have two guys pretty much running the same route, running into each other. I would rather just run the ball. He should have run the ball up more. Now I'm going to go on my little rant. They should have ran the ball more the whole game. Josh Jacobs had an amazing season. He was killing the Chiefs in the run game. Why aren't we running the ball, bro? Like, Derek Carr did not play bad. He had a great game. But why
run the ball?
Run the ball. Why don't people just play? Why does everything have to be? Why can't people? You know one thing I respect, bro? Brian Daboll, right? Brian Daboll and the Giants. They're playing ugly ass football to watch. There's run the ball, play defense. It's ugly, but they're winning. At the end of the day, it's about winning football games. And Josh McDaniels trying to look cute and pretty out there, trying to throw the ball and shit. Just run the football, bro.
This from the heart.
We'll win. We'll win the game, babe. We win the game, bro.
Run the damn ball.
Shut the hell up. Even against Tennessee, bro. Run the ball. Arizona. Why is Arizona we throwing the ball? We literally up. Just run the ball and run clock. Same with this game. I was at a football game this game. We were at the football game. But I came back and I ended up watching the rest of this game on the car on the way home. And I ended up watching the highlights of the first half on my phone at home too.
Poor Jennifer.
But my point is
Can
this,
only
bro.
imagine.
But my point is this: I'm hot, bro. We shouldn't be 1-4, bro. This team, at worst, you can say, hey, 3-1 because of the Charger game with Derek Carr had a bad game. But due to the way this team is too talented to be this record. This record, we had the worst record in the league, bro, and this much talent. Like I don't understand that, bro. Like, just run the ball. Look at Josh Jacobs was killing these guys, bro. And we over here throwing the football. And Derek Carr's not playing bad. He had a great game. I'm not trying to show that Derek Carr had a great game. Devontae Adams had a great game. But damn, bro, just run the ball. It's simple football. I'm tired of people trying to use analytics and all this prettiness in football. Just play simple. Brian Daboll, I respect that man because he's playing ugly football, but winning football games. The Giants shouldn't be 3-1, but they 3-1 because they fucking lean on the running game and playing defense. We have weapons. I get that. We have Hunter Renfrow for all these guys. But damn it, run the clock. We're up 17-0 in Kansas City. Run the ball. Run some clock. Let's keep Pat Mahomes off the field. And I got nothing to go off on. Darren Waller, get his ass up out of here. Trade his ass this week. Get his ass up out of Vegas, bro. That motherfucker too busy with other things. Kelsey Plum, rapping. Motherfucker getting hurt with hamstrings and stuff like that. They didn't want to play against Travis Kelsey. I'm mad as hell, bro. His ass is not worth the money we paid him. His ass didn't train this offseason. You can tell he didn't train because the damn hamstring all fucked up. You can tell he didn't get right. And I don't like cussing like that on this show. I usually try to keep it clean. I'm just upset, bro. I'm tired of that man, bro. Get Darren Waller up out of here, bro. We waste our time. Keep Foster Moreau. Let's move on, bro. Get him up out of here. Get some picks for him. Get something for him. Get some defense. Get me a defensive tackle. Trade him to the Washington football team for them D tackles, and let's go. Get his ass up out of here, bro. I'm mad as hell because Josh Jacobs having a great year. He's run the ball like crazy. There's no excuse for why we lost this game. And there's no excuse why we lost against Arizona. And there's no excuse why we lost against goddamn the Chargers. Or the Titans especially. Chargers, okay, Derek Carr had a horrible game, but still, we should not have lost those games, bro. We're too damn talented. This team's too damn good to be losing these games. And I get the defense has flaws, but damn it, we should not be losing games like this.
So, run the ball is the answer, right?
Yep.
It is, bro, when you're up 17-0, bro, how are you not running the football? And your running back is beast. He had 150 yards. He killed the game. He's having a great game. How do you not run the ball is my question.
Hey, you remember those dolphin rants I went on? Hey, you finally seen
They're coming out for
I'm just
Javonte.
saying, bro, you can run the ball and I don't understand how these coaches think, bro. Why does everyone have to be able to, why? It's a lot of them too. Nick Sirianni was doing the same thing last year. It's a lot of these, why these young coaches come in the league and play and try to be all pretty? Bill Belichick is literally playing ugly football right now. Running the ball, playing defense.
It's because Sean McVay said.
And that's the problem. That
Standard.
shit.
Yeah.
That's my problem with these coaches, bro. I want Josh McDaniels ain't gonna last here, bro. He gonna get fired because it's like, bro, just play. It's simple football. Why is it's not complicated, bro? Line up and smash mouth football. Run the ball on somebody's throat. Get physical. Josh Allen's having a great year. He's physical back. Let that man just run the ball.
Yeah.
You over there trying to throw the ball, be all pre. I get Derek Carr to throw the ball. We got Devontae Adams. Cool. We got the weapons. Cool. But you open that up at the time, bro. Run the footballs, run the clock. We're playing against a team that has a great offense with a score at any moment. Run the ball.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
I can't
Let me
say.
ask you real quick. Do you think if the Raiders have a bad year, do you think Josh McDaniels gets fired his first year as Raiders coach?
I think Mark Davis already had that talk with him. I don't know, man. I wish Al Davis.
I don't think so.
I wish had something that Al Davis come out of him. If Al Davis was alive, rest in peace, Al Davis. If he was alive, he'd probably be going at the end of the year. Based on what the fuck this looked like.
I think with the defense in particular, it's not something McDaniels
is proud of right now.
Well, he inherited a defensive roster that wasn't very good.
McDaniels needs to go though, bro. If this team doesn't, let's say they finish with the worst record in the league or bottom five.
That's different.
Well, that's what I mean. Projected right now, 1-4. Shit, it's looking pretty
if they
bad.
finish middle of the pack,
I'm saying like 6-7 wins.
That's a failure season, bro. I think he might be in the hot seat. If Frank Wright comes available, I would fire him and go hire Frank Wright.
That's fair. I think it's about a coach.
Or I go get one of these young, like the San Francisco Niner coach, or one of these young coaches that come off the Niner tree. I go get one of those kind of guys.
The Shanahan tree.
Shanahan tree. I'm gonna get one of these young guys. If I'm gonna do it over, I'm just gonna get one of these young guys that are offensive GMs like Mike McDaniels, like you guys, or something like that. And I'm starting over, bro, because John McDaniels ain't that guy. And I see now why he hasn't been a coach in 10 plus years.
This is why we don't hire New England coaches.
Exactly, but I see why he hasn't been a coach in 10 plus years. I see why.
This is why Belichick's coaching tree is dead.
Well, Brian Flores was pretty good actually. Brian Flores wasn't bad.
Flores was the
He's
one
kinda
branch.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but Derek Carr, I think
I get it. Every loss you've had has been close.
Yeah.
But
I get it because it could easily be flipped right now.
I understand.
Yes.
Hey, this man is already thinking about basketball season, so
I'm already getting ready. I'm already ready to lock in. I'm like, hey, bro, like, I was getting hyped. I'm like, oh, yeah, let's go. I'm over here. People talking about. Well, I was watching. I'm over here recording y'all play. Here, people talking like, oh, we up. Ooh. Then I do this, man. This is kind of disappointing. It's like Devontae.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Devontae Adams, like with everything going with the shoving thing, which it's bullshit. Also,
Hey, if I'm that dude though, I'm securing that bag.
Yeah, he milking it. But if I'm Devontae Adams,
I'm going to the police. I'm going to get a psychiatrist.
Shit, I might punch myself in the ribs.
I feel bad for Devontae Adams though, because he came here, man, and he wants to be here, but he came here, and look at all the stuff he's dealing with, bro. Like we losing.
Yeah.
That 4th and 1, like even that. Why don't you just run the ball, bro? Like, I don't understand some of the play calling, bro. That's my problem with John McDaniels. What's the play calling? I feel like you're overthinking. It's simple. It's right there in front of you. We watch it on TV. It's simple. It's right there in front of you. Why can't you just do simple things?
Yeah.
So I hope,
use your common sense.
Exactly.
Run the ball.
Exactly. And it's not like you're on the running game. You have a great running back. Josh Jacobs having a great season. But overall, I think he'll be here unless they have a bad year. And I think a lot of people, like I watch a lot of Raider content creators. Shout out to Graphic Raider, Wasted, all those guys. I know a lot of people want him gone, bro. A lot of people don't want him here. And Derek Carr was the same way. I think Derek Carr's not that bad. I think he had a great game. But a lot of people at the point now are like, shit, maybe it's time to move on for Derek Carr too. And start over with that.
Crazy.
I mean, 9 years in,
if you're trading Derek Carr, let me know.
I think they would do it, man.
I'll take Derek Carr.
And try to get a young quarterback in the draft or something like that. Or maybe if I'm them, I keep Derek Carr for this next year and I draft a quarterback in this draft.
Yeah.
And if I can get one, because like, 5 good ones? I'll go get try to get one of these quarterbacks just to have somebody there to put some pressure on them, and maybe that's the guy I go with the future.
I think there's 3 good ones this year, I guess you can say.
Yeah, I just think they're
if you want to count Anthony Richardson, he's more of a project from Florida. But
like, bro, I don't get this, bro. I'm watching the highlights right now. I'm like, man, look at Josh Jacobs, bro, beasting.
I get it, Javonte.
Yeah, well, since he wants to go on a rant about the Raiders, I'll go on a little rant about my Dolphins. I don't appreciate how y'all came for my damn team the past couple of weeks, man.
Well, they kind of butchered that whole thing.
Okay, man. I understand. Look,
the baseline of it was Tua definitely had a concussion against the Bills. Probably should not have come back in that game, but he did.
Okay.
And then he went through, on a short week on the road, he went through all the testing and whatnot.
That's true. I mean, I also saw T. Higgins get knocked cold against the Jets that week.
Yeah.
But
I think
T. Higgins lasted the game against the Bengals. If T. Higgins got hurt, we would be saying the same thing about Cincinnati.
I think the thing is, by the book, by the checklist, Miami did everything right they were supposed to.
Yes.
Now,
Shit.
The
Hey,
question
if I'm the independent neurologist that got fired, I'm suing the ass.
no, there had to be a scapegoat. You know that.
Yeah, they had to.
They had to
That's the whole
fire him.
point.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but I think with all of this, knowing Tua got concussed, knowing you're going to be on the road on a short week, I think the Dolphins checked everything off the list. I think it was a matter of the human care in that you knew it was going to be a short week. You knew Tua wasn't.
Well, it wasn't like an official concussion diagnosis. Like they tested him Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like throughout the week. During the game, they said it wasn't. So, yes, from a perspective, a human perspective, or someone who's played football, and
they should have maybe kept him out.
Yes.
Yeah.
However,
because then you win the worst case scenario immediately.
Yes. However, let me ask you this, because we call out coaches all the time. I mean, the media. Let's first off, media is to blame. Also, let's put them in effect, because the same media that's been criticizing the Dolphins and criticizing our choice of putting Tua in has been the same media that's criticized Tua several years prior as far as being injury prone. He's not going to last in the league. So if I'm Tua, don't you think he would have risked going out there because he didn't want that label attached to him as far as injury prone? So I feel like the pressure was on him to go out there. He might have lied. He probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. It's not hard to fake a concussion test. I've done it once.
I've had a concussion, and even then, it's the shit they ask you. Like, even if I wasn't concussed, I probably couldn't get it right. Like,
I just had a random thought, bro. But talking, I was having a random thought. I was already zoned out of my head. I was watching the game still. Sorry, I cut you off. I just had a random thought.
But I mean, let's say Mike McDaniel sits Tua, and then we lose against the Bills, turns back Monday. You find out, doctors cleared Tua to return the game, but Mike McDaniel chose not to. Then what's the media going to talk about? Mike McDaniel being dumb, being stupid for holding Tua out of the game when he's healthy.
They're right.
You're
right. Yeah, I get it.
And if you're Mike McDaniel, Mike McDaniel's 30, I think, 30-something-year-old head coach.
Yeah.
First year, team doctors tell you, hey, it's just his back, or he's cleared the concussion. We gave him.
And that's the other thing about it is how far up the chain of command did this go through?
Yeah. And if you're a rookie head coach, you're not really going to question it. I don't think he would be in a position right now where he would question it. And I think a veteran head coach like Bill Belichick or Mike Tomlin makes that move. Like, they make that decision. Okay, we're still going to hold him out regardless.
Right.
So it's a messy situation and unfortunate. Like, it was shocking seeing Tua like that on Thursday night. For me, when I first saw it, I was like, oh shit! Like, I thought his fingers were dislocated or something. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then I ended up seeing that. I was like, yeah, it's disturbing. And the NFL is now trying to do what they can to move on from it, and they put new parameters in effect starting this week, which hurt us this week because Teddy Bridgewater was knocked out of the game. He got sacked in his first possession in the Dolphins game, and then apparently a spotter saw that he stumbled, although Miami officials said that he never did or never showed any signs from what they saw. But then again, Miami officials, hey, they could be lying. Who knows?
Dolphins had to keep him out though, because they're a tough situation.
Yeah,
they're just got
you can have another week of that going.
That's true, yeah. But then you also go into your game with only one quarterback playing.
I mean, it's the situation y'all put yourself in, because if y'all wouldn't, it's different if another team would, like you said about Carson, was it Cameron Akers? Cam Akers, you said it about.
Yeah, because I saw. Yeah, let me just Cam Akers. I saw in the Dallas game, fell down, was holding on to his head, got cleared to return. Where was the spotter in that situation?
But as I said, the Dolphins situation is different because y'all are literally they're looking at y'all.
All eyes are on the Dolphins.
Yeah, because
right
y'all
now.
are the ones that started this issue, being a big thing in the first place. Like, y'all are the ones that people are looking at for it. You know what I mean?
Like, right now for CTE, you are the poster child.
Yeah, exactly. So y'all look the worst. So of course y'all have to look at y'all more carefully to make sure y'all ain't doing nothing stupid.
Yeah.
Or somebody's be extra careful with y'all team because y'all have those issues going on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do think. Well, let me rephrase it. I would like to think at the end of the day, the Dolphins did everything right leading up to that Thursday night football game, and at the end of the day, we're just simply not going to know.
Yeah, but the thing is now, because we'll see how deeply this impacts future NFL games.
Yeah.
Because let's say this is a playoff game, and Tom Brady gets knocked down. Tom Brady stumbles right when he gets up. You telling me they taking Tom Brady out the game?
I'm not gonna look at this in that by that time, bro. It's gonna be that big of an issue. It's only because it's very recent.
It's a rule. If it's a rule, they have to follow it.
Yeah, but it depends also on what the situation is also.
Then you're. But that's the thing. Like y'all,
Then you're taking out the player's safety element of
Y'all
it.
care
Yeah.
about player safety.
You take a player aside and he tells you, "Hey, I'm fine." I mean,
But if he gets knocked down on his head and he stumbles, gets back up,
okay,
and
but
he feels like he's good.
he's probably not playing. But then I think players gonna get just people gonna, like Bart Scott said before. He said players can find a way to fake a damn seat their COVID, not COVID, their concussion test. Like
It's not about the concussion test anymore.
But
But
what I'm saying,
if he stumbles, they automatically rule him out.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm a court, if I know that that's the rule and I'm trying to avoid it, maybe I just stay on the ground the whole time until I start feeling right, or I just make it seem like I got something else wrong with me. You know what I mean? Like, say I feel some way, but I don't want to get up and take a chance, so I say my hamstring's tight. I need somebody to stretch me out, and I lay there for a little bit longer, just take me a little bit longer of a break, and I can get myself back my equilibrium state. You know what I mean? So players are gonna find a way to make it work for them. Not saying that's right, but players are gonna do whatever it takes to win to stay in the game. So I think players are gonna eventually find the loopholes into that, which they'll do with anything though. At the end of the day, so you can't, like Bart Scott's on that stuff. I remember watching. I was very intrigued by it. He said he used to score low on his concussion or his test. But then if he got concussions, nobody would be worried because he'd be like, okay, he still passed higher than what he originally came in with. So, I mean, players going to find a way regardless of the loopholes. But I see what you're saying. I see the concern.
Yeah.
Type me back in right quick. I got to say something.
Huh?
Type me back in. Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah. Back time. I got to get back in right quick. I got to say one more thing. Y'all brought the defense, right? About trust the defense. But why the hell did y'all pay Chandler Jones all that money and Mad Max and all them boys all that damn money then?
Well, I think
the thing
the
is,
Raiders.
the defense.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, no, I was
talk shit. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was gonna say the defense hasn't been working the past four weeks, so why would I trust it now? Yes, if I'm going into the off, like if the Chiefs was my first game on the schedule, and I played them, I would be like, okay, you know what? I signed all these guys in the offseason. But guess what?
Games they look bad against.
But guess what? I signed all these guys in the offseason. They haven't looked great. Chandler Jones has been non-existent so far.
He's been containing. He ain't been getting no sacks. Yeah, you're right. He's not worth what he got paid.
So,
but okay, let me put it like this though. The Arizona game is not on the defense. If you leave your defense out there all game like that, that's not their fault, bro. They're eventually gonna give in. That's not their fault. Yeah. So I don't blame them for that game. I get what y'all say about defense has been the greatest. I get that. But what I'm saying, the defense was playing a solid game. You're up 17-0. I trust my defense. Every game's different, like we said. Every game's different. Defense was playing pretty good that game.
But the Chiefs were also like they were on.
The only one was Travis Kelce.
They were on a streak though. They were scoring.
Travis Kelce was scoring, yes.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying. They were scoring consistently. So eventually, you were like, oh, they're hot right now. Like, exactly. We can't stop them.
Tying the game up makes them. Oh, okay. We got to play. We can still try things, but you know what I mean. All I'm saying is that. Also, I'm gonna say one more thing about the Raiders because I gotta bring it up. Seeing that Dan Snyder stuff today, John Gruden was done dirty. I'm not saying the man didn't say anything wrong, but seeing what happened with John Gruden now, they blackballed that man because they knew Dan Snyder had the heat. And they didn't want that stuff coming out. So John Gruden got kind of thrown on the bus. I understand. And I'm not saying I want John Gruden here because I blame John Gruden and Mike Mayock for some of the issues because the drafts have been horrible, which is why this team – shut the hell up. This is why the team
that's why our defense has been so bad.
Yeah, that's why the team has had struggles. Colin Farrell jumping back in coverage and everything. We got all kind of issues going on, bro. But I'm doing my Raider rant. Hey, Celtics season starts on Tuesday. I'm already lying back in. Y'all know I already came up. I'm more of a Celtics fan than I am Raider fan, but you know I'm already getting ready for the season. Thank you. Just in time, too. Thank you, NBA.
Going back to my Dolphins real quick. Yeah, go ahead. As far as the loss,
next, bro.
Yeah, as far as the loss this week, I'm fine with it. It's fine.
What this week's loss?
I'm fine.
The Jets game?
Oh no,
not this week.
No, I mean I think we could beat Minnesota. I think there's a chance. I mean I think Skylar Thompson with a full week of practice with the ones, I think it will help him. He didn't expect to play in this game.
I told DeAndre, I'll let you go. I'm not kind of country. I told DeAndre, I said, DeAndre, if you lose this week, you low key at 3-0 lead didn't mean anything because now the Patriots are going to probably be 3-3. The Jets are going to be 3-3.
Well, yeah, I mean the 3-0 record still means something because hey.
I mean, also a hot start.
At the end of the day, we're off to even if we lose 3 straight games, I'd rather be 3-3 than 0-6.
Not to mention, 2 of your 3 are in the division, right?
Yeah. So I'll take it. I'll take it right now. That's the whole point of why it was such a great start for us because we can afford to lose a game like this. Yeah. Even though I don't want to, we can afford it.
He is feeling good about this one. Go ahead though.
Yeah, and it hurts. I mean, no Etz. He didn't play this week. Byron Jones, I don't know if he's activated yet. I hope we get Etz back for sure because somebody don't have to cover Justin Jefferson. At least shadow him. I don't think no one can ever lock this man down truly. Well,
Jeff Okudah did.
Darius Slay did.
So did Jeff Okuda. Shout out to Jeff
Hey,
Okuda.
he didn't lock down DK though. I'll tell you that.
Sheesh.
But yeah, I mean, Dolphins. I still feel pretty confident in them moving forward. I know Tua's back practicing. There's a chance he could play Sunday night against Pittsburgh, which is against Brian Flores.
Ironic.
Which is that would make a great storyline. So I'm here for it. But I'm not worried about the Dolphins. For anyone who's thinking I am, I'm not.
Just wait and see.
Yeah, just wait and see.
I feel that. I will give a quick shout out to Brian DeBall and the Giants. That big win in London against the Packers.
I was with you on that.
I'll say this also.
Oh.
For the Packers, it's very concerning because now I think you're seeing the true lack of weapons and Aaron Rodgers not trusting his young receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go back and look at that fourth down play, they run the rub underneath and Romeo Doubs is wide open on the rub to have the first down. But instead, he predetermines where he's going with the ball to his dude, Alan Lazard. And if you're a veteran quarterback and you see an obvious blitz coming from the right side, you know where it's going.
Yeah.
See, Kenneth's got it pulled up right here. Watch this. Go to the end of the game, Kenneth. I don't know. That's it, though. Go back. Sorry. You're good. Right there. Watch this fourth down. Dobbs on the left will have the rub underneath wide open. So look at Dobbs. Come underneath, he has it.
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
He has a first down.
Yeah.
But Rodgers knows damn well where this blitz is coming from and decides to predetermine he's going into the one-on-one to Alan Lazard of all people.
Yeah. Well, I know some people say the London games are weird, but I thought they had concerns against the Patriots the week before.
Yeah, yeah.
The Patriots should have won. They could have won that game. They should have probably won that game.
Yeah, it's the lack of weapons.
Third-string quarterback in Green Bay, the lack of weapons for sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, if I'm Green Bay, I'm a little...
I think I make a call. I didn't make a call, though.
Like, this team will win by default probably just because it's the NFC North.
Actually is. Would you make a call to New York about Kenny Yalday?
Yes.
Kenny, I would call Carolina about DJ Moore.
So I think DJ Moore has a lot of value, though. I think you have to give a lot to.
But also, I think, and we'll get into it in a minute, but I think with Carolina, I wouldn't trade DJ Moore.
Why not?
I think he's still a good young piece because I mean, really, in my eyes, the Panthers are a good roster. Matt Rule's coaching just ruined that team. But
Baker Mayfield's quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good roster. I mean, sure, I would trade away McCaffrey to net a bunch of picks. Maybe Robbie Anderson I would trade away to a team like the Packers, who needs a veteran receiver.
Yeah.
But defensively, they got Jeremy Chin, J.C. Horn, Brian Burns.
I mean, you look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He said his first choice in the offseason to go to was Carolina.
Yeah,
do you take that chance with Jimmy Garoppolo heading into this offseason?
If you're a new coach, Matt Rule maybe would. I don't know if
I think DJ Moore is a cornerstone in that offense and that on that roster if you're going to want to build.
But that's pretty much not to cut you off. That's pretty much like what the Colts are, though. We see that same thing about the Colts. We say, hey, Colts are just a quarterback away. I mean, that's the thing,
the Panthers aren't a quarterback away, but they're not from.
But I'm talking about from really competing though in the NFC, or the NFC South.
I mean, I feel like they got good pieces.
They got good pieces.
Defensively, they have.
If you add a quarterback to that team can win the NFC South or hang in there with the NFC South.
Yeah, but not compete deep in the playoffs or anything. Yeah,
NFC look weak this year, but yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's a roster I would. But DJ Moore to Green Bay would make a lot of sense.
Chiefs, I like him in the Chiefs.
Obviously, there's the OBJ. Ooh,
Baltimore.
Him and Lamar would be disgusting. Yeah. But I mean, there's the OBJ factor of if and when he's ready, Green Bay makes sense.
Giants seem like I think that Giant thing might be where it at. The Giants make really a lot of sense.
So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but just the Giants.
Great, they're playing.
That team's 4-1.
Ball, bro. You're doing the thing.
Do you think the Giants are for real though? Because I mean, you look at
this year, no.
I mean, you look at
not this year.
You look at their wins. I give the Green Bay one a lot of credit, but they beat Carolina. They beat
Tennessee.
As
long as Saquon plays health, as long as Saquon Barkley's healthy, I think they're a playoff team.
I won't say playoff team.
Who else did they beat?
I think Tennessee gets 3 in.
It's the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah.
Healthy.
No, but I think right now, like, give this team another year or two to build, and the Giants will be a good team in like 2 years. They have the right head coach. I think defensively they have some nice young pieces.
Do you keep Saquon though? Because
that's the question. That's the question, really. Like,
I think you keep him less years.
I'm not going to pay him buku money, but
4-year deal.
Yeah, nothing.
I'll disagree. I said if he keeps this up, I think he's the MVP of the league. He has to be.
If he keeps it up, he's coach of the year. In all
Brandon
seriousness.
Ball, yeah, coach of the year. I think Saquon Barkley should be MVP. Cause
I feel like Saquon will be
Comeback.
comeback player of the year.
see, I don't get why he shouldn't be MVP. That's my thing. I know it was a quarterback
It's a
award.
quarterback
but it's
award.
Well, let me ask you this: will the Giants be a playoff team?
But I'm saying if he keeps this up, if he's playing the way he's playing, let's say Giants make the playoffs. Let's say they don't win the division, but they make the playoffs.
He'll be comeback player.
You're
Because
talking
he's
about a guy who's I'm like, I look at this MVP. I'm like, bro, I'm looking at what this man's doing. What's the last time we saw a running back basically be the best receiver on the team, the best running back on the team, basically carrying the offense with no receivers, with a quarterback that's not like people thought this man was going to be at the league a couple of years. So I'm saying I always look at that. I'm like, sure, we say Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, but look at the talent.
Adrian Peterson did it before.
Adrian Peterson was one that did it, but I'm saying like look at the talent those guys are playing with. He's literally playing on a team with not much in a division that's loaded. Let's be honest, the NFC East looks like it's gonna be the most. It's the best division people are saying now. Mm-hmm. So if you're gonna say that, and this man's taking this team to the playoffs, I don't see how he can't be the MVP. I know it's a quarterback award, and I hate that that's like that. It's same with the Heisman.
yeah.
But that kind of year, bro, like what can you? Josh Allen has talent. We expect Josh Allen to do what he's doing. The Giants will be a sleeper. We didn't expect Saquon Barkley to have this kind of year. I get why you say comeback player of the year, but also he's carrying an offense with no weapons. Kadarius Toney hasn't played in weeks.
We'll see. I have to see exactly how good the Giants are. Like, if they're a playoff team, then yes, I think Saquon should be up for that conversation for sure. Because I don't really ever see an MVP
on a bad team.
Yeah, the MVP go out to a player on a bad team.
Yeah, which I mean, and to the sense, he would be the most valuable player, right? Because they wouldn't be there without him.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. So, Giants, kudos. The Rams, I think, are done for. I've seen enough out of the Rams.
I think they need to go make a couple moves.
I think
they need to get a running
done.
back. They need to get healthy. They need to get Van Jefferson, those guys back. They need to get another running back, a real running back.
I think they're done.
They need to get a D tackle.
They've done it the past 2 years where they think we count them out.
But the
Somehow
problems with the Rams teams and past are not the same problems they have this year. Their offensive line is now young, and I mean, really, you're seeing this team pay the price for to trade all your picks for last year's championship, much like the Lakers in the NBA. You're seeing it kick in now because the offensive line is so young and undeveloped.
Trash. There's no depth really anywhere.
And I mean, the Rams want to give Cam Akers the starting job, but Cam Akers just does not want it. He's the better back than Darrell Henderson, but he doesn't want the job. And due to the ability you can't run, you can't defend the quarterback, Cooper Kupp is running hitches and curls every time.
And Matt Stafford only throws to white receivers, apparently.
Well, let's say you get Van Jefferson.
That's why Allen Robinson wears the sleeves.
Let's say you get Van Jefferson. I'm not saying they're done. Cause I'm saying let's say you get Odell back, get Van Jefferson back. You have more weapons. Right now they're lacking weapons also because you had Tutu out there. That was it. I mean,
but they don't block.
Huh?
They don't block.
True. I mean, Robert Woods would have been very useful right now.
But you got Allen Robinson right now, and you can't factor him into this offense for some reason.
He's not like that.
Well, it's because Robinson during his career was like a jump ball 50-50 guy.
Matt Stafford has to take those chances. Matt Stafford,
but he doesn't have the time to get those plays set up.
But also, they can't run the ball. Everybody knows what they're doing because they can't run. So that's why. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, great defense, by the way. They're able to pin their ears back and just rush the quarterback because they know you can't run the football.
Yep.
You're going to be throwing because you can't run.
They're one-dimensional.
Yeah, so you need to find you a legit running back. Maybe make a trade. There's a lot of running backs out there. Make a trade for a running back. Get some help on the line possibly, and go get some more defense help.
What you need to do, call Andrew Whitworth, get him out of retirement.
He enjoying Amazon, doing Amazon. He's chilling. But they need some help. They need a couple positions help. But I still think they can win this division.
And McVay is not adjusted whatsoever.
Yeah,
like Sean McVay has run the same offense and thinking it's going to work. It has not worked.
Running Cooper Kupp to the ground.
I mean, shit. Eric Fisher's a free agent. Call his ass up.
Cooper Kupp might get MVP. Cooper Kupp get these numbers. Cooper Kupp might be an MVP this year.
But yeah,
he gonna put up.
But I agree with you on Allen Robinson because Allen Robinson he doesn't create separation like most receivers. He's not the best at it.
And his routes are very limited.
Yeah, so that's why you need Odell. He's Van Jefferson.
Yeah, exactly. But Allen Robinson's also a jump ball receiver. He's a guy who wins those contested catches. You know, he's about I would say about a 70-30 guy when it comes to those jump balls. Matt Stafford, he needs the time. He needs the line. And then he needs to go back to a little bit of Detroit Stafford when he was tossing that bitch up to Calvin.
But also to add that, let's be honest, I'm gonna be real. Like last year, they had a rough stretch. They were throwing interceptions, losing a lot of games. Like the Green Bay, the game of Tennessee. They had some rough games, and it was like, oh man, they're not that good this year. And then they came out and got it together. I think the same thing with this team. I think they also played a very tough schedule compared to other teams we look at. They had a tough schedule. Like that Super Bowl schedule was kind of tough. You get Buffalo right away. Who do they have second? You had
Arizona.
Was Arizona? Yeah, beat them. You beat Arizona. You came back.
Falcons.
Falcons, you beat them. You come out, and you had the Niners, which is just your kryptonite. You used to have a problem with the Niners, especially in San Francisco. You used to have a problem with those guys. Loses them, then you get the damn Cowboys, who've been playing really well. So you just have a rough schedule. But I think they're going to still be fine. I'm not ready to write that team off yet.
Yeah.
I still think they can win that division.
I mean, they got the Panthers coming up at home. So
That's a dub. Baker Mayfield not even playing.
Yeah, it's PJ Walker stuff.
Yeah, that's a dub.
Yeah, but I still just think this team has too many problems, and I am tired of the media creating this narrative that OBJ will fix all the problems for this team. Because again, at the end of the day, does Odell block? Does Odell run the football? No. Yeah. Adding another receiver won't fix anything. It's going to create more problems.
It opens up a little more, though.
But also, the thing with the Rams is this is a team who is not picked in the top rounds in the last 2 or 3 years, and now you're seeing that happen. You're seeing them trying to bank on these low-end, undrafted players.
Yeah.
And the talent just isn't there.
Well, Odell will help because you won't stack the box.
You also have comfort with him already.
I'm still stacking the box.
You will be able to throw a lot faster and avoid stats because he does get separation fast. The only person right now who can get separation is Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. You don't have Ben Jefferson.
You don't have Ben Jefferson. Exactly. Ben Skoranek doesn't separate. He's more of a big-bodied guy. He doesn't separate.
I don't know why Greg Wilson was hyping him up so much during that game.
And I also think
don't know either.
I know why.
You could also, if you make a trade for a back, you go get a back still. Like I think they'll get a solid running back. I think they'll be fine. Like maybe they need to bring Sonny Michel back. Man, that's the kind of guy you need to bring back.
Yeah, he's happy in
LA. Yeah,
with the
other
Chargers,
team.
Yeah,
I mean maybe.
I think the Rams got a lot more problems than people are willing to.
Hey, but you know what? The ones about the Rams though, Les needing them boys, they ain't got no problem with spending money and making moves. So I wouldn't be surprised they make some trades. Think about Von Miller came out of nowhere. We did not think they're gonna make no trade for Von Miller. So they always surprise us somehow. So I don't think they're gonna just say, hey, we're turning it in. You know.
But again, like if the Rams were to come out and say they trade for a DJ Moore, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna sit there and go, okay.
Oh no,
that doesn't scare me whatsoever.
No, for sure.
Like it would not. It would have to be something in the trenches, or a running back to maybe consider me consider this team a threat.
I like the who was we were talking about the pickup for the D line to put on the opposite side.
Oh, Robert Quinn.
I like the Robert Quinn idea. I like that.
Bringing him back.
Bring him back to LA.
Yeah, I like that idea. Bringing him back, put some else. Because Aaron Donald's getting double, triple. He getting all kind of coverage. So
and Leonard Floyd really hasn't taken advantage of the one-on-ones.
Yeah, so I think you go get. I think losing Von Miller hurt a lot. I think that's also another thing. Losing Von Miller, I don't think nobody thought how much it would hurt them. We knew it would hurt, but
because we all thought Leonard Floyd would step up.
Yeah, exactly. And Von Miller was, big.
Bobby Wagner's looked very.
It was all right.
I mean, Makai said it last week, and when I go back and watch the tape, I can't say I disagree, but Makai said he looks like a guy who was cut by the Seahawks. He looks a step slower.
His best tackle, his best tackle was against the Phillies.
Bobby Wagner don't look like that guy.
What about Ramsey so far?
I mean,
besides that week one.
Besides week one, he's been solid. He's been on point. He's been up to work.
I don't know. I give them. I say Super Bowl champions. We gotta give them the same credit we gave Tampa Bay and all the rest of these teams. We give them a couple of weeks. Let them figure it out.
But the hangover.
Let's wait after week 8. Yeah, hangover, tough schedule to start. Let's wait till after because a lot of these teams no knock on the Cowboys, but their schedule wasn't as they had a couple tough teams, but nobody thought the Giants were gonna be done.
How about the Cowboys though, man?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Cowboys.
I'm excited for that game Sunday night. It's gonna be a good game. Excited to see it.
Shout out to Cooper Rush.
Micah Parsons is best defensive. I hate to say it, Aaron Donald's my guy.
No, Micah Parsons
is best defensive player in the league.
Yeah, Micah Parsons is defensive player of the year.
He's a beast, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he's a beast. But shout out to the Cowboy fan. I mean, I'm glad to see Zeke balling, Tony Pollard. I hope they just stick with this when Dak Prescott gets back. Because Dak Prescott's definitely better than Cooper Rush. I'm not even go crazy. But I hope they stick with Kellen Moore, sticks with this simple game plan.
Yep.
Then we go back to the Raiders.
I think
simple.
I think something that could impact Dallas' season is the drama and tension. Because let's say Dak struggles,
the pressure we put on Dak's gonna put the pressure on himself to try and outplay Cooper Rush.
It depends.
Pressure will be on the coaching staff. Hey, we need to go to Cooper Rush.
No,
they'll be reluctant.
And again,
no way.
I'm saying no. I'm not talking about coaches will say but the fans will.
But we won't go that way. We'll go to Kellen Moore and say, what kind of play? Let's see what Kellen Moore, because Kellen Moore was not calling the same thing he's calling for Cooper Rush.
No,
he had
different.
Dak doing a lot more stuff. If you play the same kind of way with Dak Prescott, maybe he throws a little more, but have Dak Prescott establishing the run still with Dak Prescott, then I think they'll be fine. The problem is if you have Dak Prescott come in, you go back to doing, okay, we have Dak back, let's start throwing the ball all over the place again.
Let's spread it out.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
But seeing my guy get back already and being healthy, I think nobody expected him to come back as soon as he did. So he's looking good.
They'll get James Washington back in a few weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, they've got to stick to kill him. Like I said about all these guys, bro. Just play simple football. The Cowboys are 4-1 because they play simple football. We're gonna run the ball in your throat. We're gonna throw when we have to. We're gonna run the ball
Played good
and
defense.
play defense, and we're gonna set the tone and we're gonna run clock. And it's worked.
I mean, who would have thought a year ago from today we would say the Cowboys are a defensive team?
I know, right?
'Cause at this point in the year, they were lighting everybody up. They're
Micah and Trayvon have changed the game. Well, especially Micah. Trayvon's been great also this season, but Micah Parsons has
and
changed.
even Trayvon,
He's been good, yeah.
outside of the touchdown to Cup, which
I mean,
that happens.
Yeah,
he's been great.
I definitely say if you're a corner, hey, watch that Washington game, because that was some great. Like
he just
stood out.
yeah.
Terry McLaurin, I had him in my fantasy league, bro.
But even with Trayvon Diggs, though, out Micah Parsons is the engine. Like, he's that
Put that man
X
on a milk
factor.
carton.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
the X factor in the defense. But Trayvon Diggs has been great also. They look great, man. I'm excited to see the Cowboys, doing their thing, man. I'm happy to see.
And now we'll just see how the quarterback goes. If Dak struggles and he comes back, then ooh.
I'm saying, man, hey, fan, don't remember when Parker was like, I was never a big Dak
guy. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I think I Dak's ceiling. I think his ceiling is what it is. He's a top 10 to 12 quarterback, and that's it.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott's a good quarterback, bro. I think
He's a good quarterback.
he's been put in some bad situations, bro.
But you just can't put the pressure on him to try and win the game.
Yes.
Or do it all himself. Because
exactly.
Don't know if he can.
Stick to the running game. Stick to Zeke, Tony Pollard.
So we'll see. Anything else stand out to you guys from this past week of football?
The Browns. Been interesting.
That was bad coaching at the end of the game. At
Yeah,
both
it
teams.
was. I like the pick
That
up.
was bad
I like that
coaching.
trade they just made for nothing, pretty much.
For
Deion
Deion Jones.
I like
Yeah.
the trade. I think that helps out because he's a coverage guy. I think that helps out a lot. I think this team, as long as they stay above water, because that division hasn't been that great either. So as long as they stay treading water until Deshaun Watson can get back, I think they'll be fine too. I still like Nick Chubb's a beast. They need to run the ball more with him too. Keep running the ball with Nick Chubb, bro. Man rush for 100 yards, easy.
Really quick, I just want to get your opinion. So
We have to talk after this podcast too about your fantasy and how I put that trade through. You haven't said anything.
I'm looking through everyone's roster right now.
Another takeaway, Detroit, man. I was disappointed at them.
Let's get to this. Oh, kid, we got our kids the footage, bro. I need you to go find the footage of him telling me how. Detroit gonna be a playoff team.
The season is still young.
Never said that.
You were on that.
I said
Kid.
7. I said
Brother,
7.
tell him.
I said 7 wins.
He
You said
did.
possibly
He did.
Okay,
He did.
fine.
I was
Yo
the
ass.
one.
You said
I was the one that said playoff team.
And what I tell you, Detroit's gonna find a way to beat Detroit. They don't find a way. All that Johnny told me literally. I literally said, Johnny, don't lose to the Patriots. Johnny said, no, bro, that offense is OP. What happened to offense? Shut out.
Yeah.
I told you, Detroit's the Lions, bro. Just what it is. Sure. I like the coach, but the Lions. You were sold on Hard Knocks and being in Alabama down there, hearing the coach speak. He sold me too. But I knew not to say playoffs. I think you put that clown suit on that. What'd you put on that bet?
We didn't make a bet.
We made a bet. We made a bet.
I don't think we made a bet.
I know we made a bet. It was a bet. It was a bet.
Kenneth, you're not
You were
helping.
confident. You were confident.
involved on that shit.
He was confident as hell about it. He was all bought in.
He was.
It might be a clown suit.
I don't
You might have to come
remember.
this motherfucker with a clown suit on come January.
But hey, look, it was on the road. You're playing a Bill Belichick defense.
No. DeAndre wasn't speaking like that. He was telling me,
No DeAndre Swift. No DeAndre Swift in this game. It was rough. It was ugly. It was ugly.
Hey, man, the Patriots wore them red uniforms, brother.
It's also, though, but even the Vikings game, bro, it's in bad play calling, bad decision making. Detroit, they lose Detroit ways only. They lose the Detroit way. As a Lions fan,
the season's still early.
No, they're done. Let's be honest, bro. They cooked.
The season's
What's the
still
record
early.
again?
1-4.
Yeah, they cooked. They cooked.
The same as the
Same
Raiders.
as the Raiders.
That's different. The Raiders, you know why? Because the Raiders aren't getting beat 29-0. The Raiders aren't getting beat like this. The Raiders have stupid decisions by the coaching.
Yeah, okay, they lost this one 29-0, but the first 3.
Let's see. Okay, I'm giving them a schedule. Who have they played?
Oh, my God.
They played the Eagles week 1.
Who had they played?
Yeah, the Eagles week 1. That was a good game. And the defense is horrible. This is the worst defense in the league.
Well, they had no talent on the defense aside from Aiden Hutchinson.
Look, I'm going to look at that schedule. Pull up that schedule right now, DeAndre.
Okay,
You ain't going to compare this to. Look, our losses are, you can say we lost. We lost to the Chiefs.
They played the
Vikings. That's one of them.
No, hold on. It was
Sorry, guys.
Eagles,
Okay.
the Commanders,
Okay.
which they beat them,
Okay.
the Vikings,
Okay.
the Seahawks,
Okay.
the Patriots.
Okay. Seahawks, that team is not that great. Those are all winnable games.
But they're all under like 2-3 points, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
They're on a bye this week. Then they
the
play.
Vikings game, they could have won that game. That's the crazy. They could have won that game too. But
Okay.
no, they are not
But-
the. They're not the
I mean, that's a
Raiders.
divisional game. It was in Minnesota. Maybe they get in Detroit.
Hey, they
split
are
it.
not the Raiders. Don't try to expect us like
But
that.
looking at their schedule, they come off their bye this week. They play Dallas,
Want to buy too? They're gonna lose to Dallas probably.
Miami,
That's a loss.
the
You tell me you find the next win.
the Packers,
When's the
Win.
next week? Huh?
Right there.
the Bears.
Wait, is that one at Green Bay or at Detroit?
No, at Detroit.
Oh, that's a win.
The Bears,
Win.
Aaron Rodgers has a way of getting one up in there. He knows how to get one in Detroit.
the Giants,
That's a loss. They can't stop the run. How the hell you gonna stop Saquon Barkley?
the Bills on Thanksgiving,
That's my snooze. That's why I eat and I go to sleep. Take the nap at that time.
the Jaguars,
It's a win.
That's a loss possibly. Jaguars actually play. They're not a decent team.
the Vikings again,
It's a win.
I'll split that.
the Jets,
That's a loss.
They'll win.
the Panthers,
They'll beat the
They'll
Panthers.
beat the Panthers.
the Bears again,
They'll beat the Bears.
Not twice. That's a division. That's 1-1.
They'll
Don't
sweep
try to tell me
Chicago.
that's a sweep.
and then the
Let's-
Packers.
It's a loss.
I said-
they can't play deep. The problem is, when you're taking
Yeah, they have no
can't-
defense.
They're not gonna be Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers will be able to carve them up easily.
They have
Same with the Detroit. The Chicago Bears can run the football. They're not great, but they're gonna
But
run the ball.
they're very one dimensional. You can't like that.
Yeah.
But
passing
you have
game
a
is
horrible
non-existent.
defense here.
But I can stack the box against the Bears and be confident with my corners out there.
I'll do the same thing against the
Their receivers aren't
Packers.
that bad now.
Huh?
Don't make sense.
Same thing against the Packers.
No,
Nah, but that's
What
Aaron
receivers scare you
But that's,
enough?
Aaron
but that's Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers though. He gonna make them receivers.
Do you
open.
put the pressure on Aaron Rodgers?
He's gonna make them receivers.
I'm
open.
blitzing the hell out of Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers got.
Hey, you could try.
Now I'm saying, but you trip and he's still trying. He trying to sell something. He don't want that clown suit.
Nah,
But I'm seeing in that when Johnny said you have 3 more wins possibly in that whole thing you said. That's 3 more wins.
I said 5, but
You
okay.
said 5. I saw 3 logistic.
Okay.
You try to say you're gonna sweep Chicago and beat Green Bay. Beat Green Bay. I don't see him beat Green Bay, and I don't see him sweeping Chicago.
We'll see.
I said 7 wins. I said 8 on a great year. That would be like a great year for
Yeah,
me.
look, it might get 4, maybe 5.
I think. Let me see. I
All I'm saying is, your ass said playoffs. And you
The early
way-
season is still early, Javante.
Really?
Are the Raiders gonna make the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay.
That's different. The Raiders are a different situation.
Same record.
They're completely different situations.
Same record.
Different situation.
Yeah, I can get them. I just see.
How's-
Also, our division hasn't been as good as we thought it was gonna be. The division ain't as strong. That division is better than our division.
They've
AFC West has
they've
been
lost
like-
one divisional game.
But no, I'm saying the division's gonna be Minnesota. I don't think they're gonna be slowing down, and I don't see the Packers going that downhill.
It's Kirk Cousins. He'll slow down. He does that himself.
Even if he slowed down, I still see those two as the top 2 in the division. I think the Raiders could still finish second in the division and sneak in
Same
because I don't
record.
think the Chargers are that great, and the
Hey,
Broncos. we see the
DeAndre,
Broncos.
let me see. Team A, Team B, both 1-4, right? Both have close margins of defeats.
Right.
Which team?
The Raiders have more talent. There's more
They've
talent
lost
in the
games
Raiders.
the same way.
There's more talent in the Raiders and better defensive team. They're a better defensive team than your team, the Detroit Lions.
They're not my team, but
I
they're
mean,
just.
I mean,
they're-
It depends how the schedule favors. I mean, what's the Raiders schedule?
They play
What's
they
their
play
schedule
Houston
looking
after the bye. They got a bye this week too. They play Houston after that.
Okay, read the rest of the schedule.
All right. Let me see. This is sad.
The
This
Raiders-
is why I hate that the Raiders lost, but I gotta sit here and take
He's so
this shit.
hostile today.
I gotta
Yeah.
sit here and take this shit because the Raiders lost, bro. You see what they did to me? Man, get the basketball season started, please. Okay, so you got Texans, Saints. That'll be a win. Jaguars, Colts,
I see
Broncos,
what you did there. That's cool.
Seahawks. You can run off about 4 straight right there. Seahawks,
Straight?
Broncos, Colts, Jaguars, Saints, Texans. But Texans are next. Oh, my bad. Wrong order. Opposite order. Texans, Saints, Jaguars, Colts, Broncos, Seahawks. That could be 4 straight right there. 5 straight.
Javante, when you go out for that Raiders game,
Okay.
Might need to, bro. 12 o'clock.
Might
And
game.
then what's
to.
the rest?
Okay, then you go to Chargers. They'll split that. That's in Vegas. Rams. I think they can beat the Rams, especially with that. That crowd gonna come out. So support for LA. Patriots winnable game on Sunday night. Steelers winnable game. Niners. That's gonna be a fight breaking out. And somebody gonna get hurt that game. United goes with the fans. That's a 3 o'clock game, but in Vegas.
I'll still take the Niners.
Okay, fine. And Chiefs to end the season. That's a split in Vegas. So you're talking about they're gonna probably win 7 or 8 of those games.
we'll see.
That is
The season is still young.
That's more favorable than
That-
Detroit Lions schedule.
That is the ceiling. That is what they're the ceiling.
How many?
for our
Okay, so
schedule.
let me ask. So you believe the Texans can beat them? The Texans play good football. but
Texas could surprise anybody.
They
huh?
could.
Damian
Both
Pierce,
wanna-
man.
Both have,
Damian Pierce. Hey,
Damian Pierce,
rookie of the
candidate
year.
there. And how about our guy Tariq Woolen?
yeah,
Balling out in Seattle.
yeah, 3 picks.
Yeah.
look, man,
He's a favorite for defensive player
y'all
of the year, too.
disrespectful, bro.
Defensive rookie of the year.
Oh, I got another one I want to bring real quick. We can go to something
Okay.
else. Ron Rivera. I think he's done. I think he's
I was gonna ask you about this because Ron Rivera, they asked him what
Carson Wentz.
they asked him. No, they asked him what about the NFC East right now is different from you because the Cowboys are what
4-1.
4-1. The Eagles are 5-0 still, and the Giants are 4-1. And Ron Rivera sat there and said quarterback. Obviously, is a
Not 'cause
jab
Rush was playing.
to Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
But when I look at Washington right now, Wentz isn't even the problem to me. They can't run the ball.
The defense is
Defense has been absolutely,
Yeah.
maybe 2019.
Yep.
Maybe it's just a magical year for them. And Ron Rivera, who was supposed to be a defensive-minded guy, has not helped develop Carson Wentz whatsoever.
I think he's out there at the end of the year.
And then
bro.
now you have one of their starting defensive backs, William Jackson, just requested a trade.
Yep,
I think-
because he wants to play man coverage, and Washington runs mostly zone.
I think he's out of there after this year, if not earlier.
I think
I
so
don't
too.
see how, because you brought him in to do, because he's great for culture and all
Brought
that
him in
kind
to
of stuff.
reset the culture.
But
yeah.
also defensively, he's supposed to be a defensive guy, and he's not even doing defense. So it's like, if you're not doing what we brought you in for, your specialty, we might as well go get a young guy that's an offensive guy and go from there and go in the draft, get a quarterback that he likes, and just build with the offense and go from there.
Because Wentz is like top 5, top 10 in pretty much every passing category so far.
Still don't trust him yet.
I don't trust him yet, but I'm saying like Carson Wentz is not the reason.
I told you
That
they're
they're at the bottom,
back
yeah.
back year.
Like Wentz is not the reason. Like they can't run the ball.
Yeah.
They can't play defense. It's not on the quarterback,
They-
which I thought that was very. I thought that was. I wouldn't say dirty of Ron Rivera, but that was just very like.
Then you were the whole Ron Rivera need to go, Jack Del Rio, the whole coach staff need to be gone.
Yeah.
All of them. Go young. Go get you a young coach that's offensive guy.
And maybe
Feel like
maybe
that.
he finds something in the running game.
They're done.
Well, they're starting Brian Robinson
they're
tonight.
starting Brian Robinson
Yeah.
tonight. He's more of that Bill Cow
They're
style
cooked, DeAndre.
that they couldn't do it with Antonio Gibson because he's prone to fumble.
Yeah.
So you can't run him 20 times a game. Maybe they try this out with Brian Robinson and it works out for the offense. Offense opens up more for Carson
They're
Wentz.
cooked, DeAndre.
The defense is off the field.
Defense is off the field.
They
So
cooked, DeAndre. I hear what you're saying, bro. You speaking. I hear what you said. They
But it's
cooked. I do like that
Washington.
music video though. That music video they got is dope. Left hand up. That shit low key bang. If they were winning, it would be banging. But yeah, they cooked.
Not to mention Dan Snyder came out today and said he has dirt on all the NFL
Yeah.
owners.
Of course, they
Hey,
cooked.
Roger Goodell and could take everybody down
They
with them.
cooked. They should call Robert Griffin up, low key, bring him back for the rest of the season.
y'all see the beef with him and LaShawn McCoy?
That was funny.
That was funny. That was.
But
I was like, why? Why are you two beefing?
Prime said, "Hey, let's settle down."
LaShawn still
calm
didn't listen.
down."
He said,
And LaShawn
"Come on
still
now.
came
You a
on.
Hall of Famer. This day, what you. But still, yeah, I hate to see it for Washington fans. Just another year of like, hey. But I think it's time to just go move different direction. Start off with some young.
Because that's a front four that is stacked with first round talent.
They also keep
Yeah.
bringing all those ex-Panthers up in there too. That's
Yeah.
another problem. But yeah, and Chase Young gonna come back, so it's like,
Yeah,
you
man.
can keep Chase Young, you can trade him.
No, I'd keep him.
I keep him.
He's still young.
He's still too
He's
valuable.
worth it. You can get something for him though.
Nah,
he
but-
has value.
I mean, you treat it like we're continuing, like we're in the middle of the pack. They're gonna be a top 5, top 10, 15.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
though, like a guy like that, you're gonna have to pay eventually. Is he worth paying eventually? If you can trade him now, and
I mean, if he's a defensive cornerstone, I don't see why I wouldn't.
is he the
pay him.
defense cornerstone?
Yeah.
Or is that that
I would hope to think so.
I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was old boy.
Him and Jonathan Allen both. That's my defensive cornerstone. Is like the
Would
defensive
you move
line.
the other one, the other D tackle?
Payne.
I'll move one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want him in Vegas, bro.
I'll
I'm
move
telling
one
you.
of them.
But I mean, talk about the front four. They drafted Jared Davis. I'm sorry, Jamin Davis.
Yeah.
From Kentucky last year.
He didn't work out last year.
Really hasn't looked all that great.
I like Dotson this year's class. I like Dotson.
Yeah, Dotson's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
But
They
I
need
get-
a quarterback though, bro. It's time to go draft one again. I know.
I just think it maybe Washington they're in a position now where, because right now you look at the NFC East, Dallas is good, Philly is good, Giants are good, and you're just
bad.
bad.
Just
But
be
what-
bad.
but you
So,
should.
so maybe you should try to be bad because
No.
you know it's not your time right now.
But that's not true because the Giants. We didn't think it was. I mean, the Giants. I'm not saying it's their time, but they're literally just having a great. They have a great coach, and they just found what works for them. I think they have so much more talent than the Giants on offense. I think Robert Rivera's ain't getting them as the most he can out of his offense, and I think that's the biggest problem. Because you have Terry McLaurin, you have Curtis Samuel, we want to say Von Healthy always, Dotson. You have some talent in his offense.
Yeah, but I mean the Giants also went through some bad years before they got a head coach, and then they had high draft picks that they used.
But also
this,
Saquon
this
Barkley
past
did
year, Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal,
But
both
also
cornerstones.
seeing Saquon Barkley finally healthy has made that team a lot better. Also,
Yeah.
I mean being healthy and stuff. But I think they're going to get a new coach. get you a quarterback in the draft, and go from there, bro.
I think. Hey, well, I don't know if Carson is still there, but hey, Washington, try to get Frank Reich. Make sure Carson's out of there. If you
I like
get
that
him.
move, though.
No, well, I mean, Ursa was the one that went out.
Yeah.
Not really Frank Wright, I don't think, but
Shit.
I
hope Frank Reich
it's a
gets a
mess
job,
in
bro.
Washington all around.
Yeah, it's always been a mess, though.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see.
They thought changing the name and changing the logo would change everything. Nah, we just brought we brought it all with us. Don't change.
Yeah.
And then obviously the last note we'll talk about real quick. Obviously Matt Rule was fired. Probably gonna be a top commodity in the college coaching
for sure.
world once that opens up.
Nebraska, Arizona
He's out the
State,
league.
Yeah.
Will he come back to the NFL?
Wisconsin.
I think he's going back to college.
Nah, he's not doing.
He's
that
better.
job,
He's
so.
better made for college, I think, than the
Yeah.
NFL.
Hey, Chip Kelly, shout out to UCLA. He doing his thing, so hey.
So I mean, he'll go back to college. Panthers. Baker Mayfield's out for a while, obviously with the ankle sprain. So we'll see what happens.
Get
We
to the
talked
Arizona
about.
State job.
We mentioned earlier they have
Tank for Victor.
Oh, what you mentioned?
We mentioned how there are some key cornerstones. We'll see what they do with those younger pieces. You know, the McCaffreys, the DJ Moores,
Oh yeah.
Jeremy Chin, J.C. Horn, Derek Brown. So we'll see. But Matt Rule is out. We'll see what the Panthers do in the offseason. So
Baker Mayfield will be out this offseason.
I mean, it's honestly what they think about their team. Do they think it's coaching, or is it? Do they find themselves with the lack of talent? I think they have talent.
they have talent.
I think
It's a good young roster.
I think if you bring a solid veteran coach who's been in the league, I think they could really turn around that team.
Yeah, especially now with the South. Assuming Brady's out next year, the South would be relatively
Open for
open.
grabs,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll
I like
see.
Atlanta a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I like what Atlanta's
They're a lot better than I
thought,
expected.
yeah.
They're a lot better.
And y'all
That's
been-
without Kyle Pitts.
No
They're-
shots, but y'all been a little bit worse than I expected.
Arthur Smith, man,
You're not wrong.
The thing about Arthur Smith, bro, it's like you got a 6'6" playmaker who's
Yeah, but Kyle Pitts
just a
screwed me in
freak.
fantasy.
Yeah.
you're over here thinking, you know what? It's not about fantasy points. I'm not going to try to get him involved for y'all's sake. No, motherfucker, you got to get him involved to win games. That's how you win games. Get him involved.
Yeah, I've been very happy with the Kyle Pitts production in fantasy. Al, we can
can't
talk
say
about
I blame
fantasy
you.
trades in a little bit, brother. I want that trade done.
You can figure out a million ways to use Cordarrelle Patterson, but you can't find fucking
Kyle
at least
Pitts,
three
who's
to
a generational talent.
Yes, like come on, man.
Yeah. So really quick before we get to our picks, let's shift over to the NBA, which starts next week.
Tuesday. Tuesday. Oh, you guys They already changed the theme song now?
They
It's
did.
a little bit different. It's all right. I mean, y'all been catching any preseason? Have y'all watched preseason at all?
I watched
yeah.
a little bit of it.
Okay.
I've been
I watched
keeping
last
up.
night, but I also been watching the Celtics. You know, I keep up with my boys.
I've been keeping up.
Yeah, I saw. So let me ask you guys this, and just give me some headliners going into this year you're excited about. What are some big headlines?
Well, I'll say this for now: the
AG.
Warriors and how they start off. That's gonna be
It's gonna be interesting.
interesting to watch, man. Just shit.
Let me ask you about Draymond. Let me get your opinion on this. So obviously, when the Warriors when it started on the run, it was Steph, Clay, Draymond, right?
Mhm.
Those are the big three. KD comes there. And it was pretty obvious once Kevin Durant left, Draymond Green was a big factor in pushing Kevin Durant out, saying how, you didn't win these rings without us. You didn't do it on your own. You needed us more than we needed you.
shit, he still hasn't done it on his own, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and then Jordan Poole, who kind of came into his own late in the
get paid.
season, kind of went off in the playoffs in a couple games.
Yep.
Maybe Draymond felt like, you aren't the third in this trio. It's still me, Maybe he felt challenged by a guy like Jordan Poole kind of emerging as that next scorer and shooter, because Draymond Green to me is a guy who at this point you're paying him for leadership-ish.
Mhm.
I mean, defensively he's lost a step. He's getting older. He has no jump shot whatsoever. So that's just a guy who's just here to be here
Yeah.
for leadership.
I mean, they saw him. He's more of the enforcer on the team, the glue guy, kind of holds everyone together.
Yeah. So I just
That's
wondered,
what
did you
he
feel
says.
challenged by a guy like Jordan Poole coming up?
I think money definitely plays a factor because Draymond Green's looking for an extension as well. And he's been very vocal about wanting his extension. He wants to get paid too. So I think Jordan Poole getting paid, Andrew Wiggins has to get paid. I think those guys are more the focal points of getting paid. But I think Draymond kind of knows, like, hey, I'm not one of the main key factors of who getting paid now. And we got these young guys like Jonathan Kuminga coming up.
James
So
Wiseman.
I think definitely, I think this is his last year there. I think he'll be traded or he'll leave, or I think he'll either opt in and they'll probably move him, or he'll leave and opt out and then go find an open market, see what's out there,
Probably the Lakers.
like the Lakers or something like that. Yeah, but because they have a lot of young talent, that's the thing. When you have all that young talent, you gotta pay those guys too. You already paid Steph, you already paid Clay. Those guys ain't going nowhere. You're about to pay Jordan and Andrew Wiggins, and those guys ain't going nowhere.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I think the money's just not gonna be there for him because he definitely does want the max value. So somebody will give it to him, and he'll help. And let me not get twisted. He'll help a team out for sure. He'll help anybody out because he brings a different mentality, great playmaker, brings them to your locker room culture wise. But as far as the war, I can see them moving on.
Yeah,
you know.
same here. I think they feel now that they have a luxury of talent that they could easily. Well, I won't say easily, but they can afford to try to replace Draymond.
Yeah, it depends how much Jonathan Kuminga improves this season too.
Yeah.
How much better he's gotten. You know what I mean?
Because I would feel confident trying out a lineup of Kuminga at the 4.
Yeah.
In the future, you know.
No, I agree.
So.
What other headliners you guys got?
Yeah, I mean, I just say that's just going to be interesting to see how it starts, like how the season starts, because he's not suspended, so he's going to be playing, the first game.
Ring ceremony.
We don't see how that team chemistry works if Jordan Poole is doing.
Embrace.
The funny thing is who they play, the Westbrook Lakers. You know what I mean? The Lakers situation looks interesting.
Another team that's dysfunctional.
Especially with last night with the whole being away from the team when they huddling up, and then during the pregame, everybody's grouped up. He's kind of doing his own thing. I think I'm not into the Lakers culture like that or anything like that, but I think it just looks from the outside. It just looks like this is a guy who knows that he's not wanted there.
Probably doesn't want to be there.
Probably doesn't want to be there, but he's gonna do his job. 'Cause he's a pro, Hall of Famer for sure. But I think he's just at the point like I'm just here till something happens. I think everybody kind of knows that's the writing on the wall. It's about what deal can we get, the best deal we can get for him. So I definitely think that's going to be an interesting thing to see because I think that team starts off slow and they start off losing a couple games in a row and let's say about 2-8, 2-10, something like that. Then I think they're going to start seeing being a little bit of controversy. It's going to be talked about, of course, because it's Lakerland and stuff like that. But also like. You can't waste another year of LeBron. And LeBron's going to voice his frustration. You know what I mean? If AD's playing well and he's playing well and the team just ain't grouping because Westbrook can't shoot or the team just, you have controversy, then I can see it going south. Especially with Patrick Beverley being in now with his personality. So, but another thing I think of is the Brooklyn Nets. Seeing the Ben Simmons thing a little bit last night. He had 10 assists. Like 10 assists.
7 points.
They look pretty good. Still worried about him when it comes to the scoring and trying to be aggressive to look for his shot. But as far as that team, they look like they're a tough team. I don't think they're nobody to sleep on. Like as a Celtic fan, I worry about them just like I worry about the Bucks. Like they're all gonna be tough, but yeah, storyline. I got some more if you want, but you can go.
I mean, I'll go even cross town. I think the Knicks will be interesting. I want to see how they work the first couple games. How Jalen Brunson looks pretty good in preseason so far. How does the rest of that roster kind of unfold? Does Julius Randle take that bat seat like he's supposed to and not, try to think he's the alpha and the number one guy and take all those unnecessary shots?
No, they look way better with Brunson. They do better with Brunson as point guard, though. They look better.
Because they added some solid pieces. I like Hardenstein. I think that's a solid. Oh, God. Yeah, I think Hardenstein's a nice pickup as a backup bid. So I really want to see how this Knicks roster gels.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. He said he actually commented about it. He said, y'all forget, y'all didn't put the ones where I made them and all the other people that were airballing.
Hey, Andre Drummond was 3 for 3.
Yeah, I saw him 3, so he was on him down.
Hey, he taking shots at least.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to get him up. He said, I'm in the House of Jordan bill. I'm going to get him up. Another thing I'll say is I'm going to go to some like the younger teams I like watching. Like I have certain teams on League Pass I like to enjoy. Like the teams that aren't that good, but they're fun. Like I like the Rockets, watching them. Like Jabari Smith was fun to watch till he got injured, but I think he's gonna be a great player for them. I think he's gonna really make a real impact and possibly be Rookie of the Year. I think Pablo's gonna definitely have the numbers, but I think he'll definitely help that team win some games.
Don't be surprised. Jaden Ivey, I think he'll be a surprise.
Yeah, he's tough. I like Jaden Ivey a lot. He might miss some John Moran a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the spacing in college, you have a lot of spacing. He put 2 7-footers in the paint. In college, you don't have that much spacing anyway. Then you add 2 7-footers, but he's gonna have so much space on the floor now. I think he's gonna be good. But also, watching the Cavaliers looks fun. Darius Garland's gonna lead the league in assists. With Donovan Mitchell there, and they're gonna be fun to watch.
Chris
also.
Paul.
Yeah, there's Garland wants to pass. He actually had passed first point. He wants to pass the ball. The problem is he had to score so much because they had nobody else perimeter who can score the ball. Now you have Donovan Mitchell. You can go more into making plays for everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great like backcourt tandems now unfolding that just happened this year. I mean, I think the Atlanta with DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, that's going to be fun to watch as well.
Especially if they get Jay Crowder.
Yeah, for sure.
Phoenix has another interesting team too. Phoenix too. They got problems too.
You know what's also going to be interesting? just seeing which one of these bottom tier teams jumps out from the start and looks bad, like from the start to tank. Because
For
Victor, man, that
him and Scooter.
yeah,
they both look good. Scoot
Both
look
look
good
good.
too. Yeah, Scoot look good also.
I kind of got to think, like, if I'm OKC, do I trade away Shea Gilgeous-Alexander towards the deadline? And
For what?
well, for whatever I can get.
Just to
the
get,
tank.
you're gonna get some for him.
Yeah,
You'll
you'll get
a
something
lot
for him
yeah.
because the only thing with him is injuries. But I think,
Hey,
do I-
my man ain't really. They've been trying to lose the games of the year.
do I
Go
just
ahead.
tank? Do I tank all the way and then get Chet healthy back next offseason? Try and get that number 1 pick and then take Victor? Because you talk about a lineup that would be stupid tall.
Yeah,
Like I'm talking, the shortest guy's probably like what?
Josh like 6'6". So.
Yeah, you're talking about a stupid. Like it's never been heard of in basketball.
that can all space the floor.
Yeah, I mean, sure they'll get bodied in the paint, but
But I don't even trade Shea for that. 'Cause I have all the other picks. I got so many picks. If I have so many picks, including my pick this year, if I'm not that good, which I'm not probably not gonna be that great anyway, I can honestly use picks if I want. Say it was the Kings who got the pick.
You can
Or
trade
New Orleans.
Shea with the picks.
I could trade so much for the pick. I could not even trade Shea if I wanted to. I say New Orleans got the pick, right? Not saying y'all will. Y'all have the pick. I could literally say I'll give you 3 first.
and Shea. No Shea.
3 first for your for number 1. Or I'll give you 4. How many first do you want? I have like 12 of these.
Name the price for
How many
Victor.
you want? I
But
got 12
I
first.
don't know because I think some teams would still decline that. Like 3 first is nice. But
Depending on how bad
Victor, that man is a
No, he's gonna be
generational
he's gonna change the league.
talent.
That's gonna be the next.
There are people who are out there saying like, "Hey man, if it was LeBron or Victor, they going Victor."
Okay, let me ask you this. A team like, let's say a team, let's see, trying to think. Let's say the Kings. The Kings got the worst pick. They got the first pick in the draft. And OKC offers them 8. I offer you 7 first for your first. That's a crazy trade. That's a lot of picks. But I give you 7 first round picks. How do you turn that down?
Those picks ain't Victor.
Because you know what? Because you
The
know
question is, in the next 7 years, will I have another Victor?
Well, no, but look like this also. Think about it like this also. We look at this. If you're the Kings, you're not trying to bottom out no more. You're trying to win games, right?
Yeah.
So I have De'Aaron Fox. I got Keegan Murray. I got 7 first round picks. I can make a trade and go get somebody. I don't get me a all-star type player. And you know there's always one disgruntled every year. Every
But are
year
they
there's a disgruntled
Victor?
all-star player.
Yeah.
But they're not a young.
But you could trade the first. You could trade the first pick in the draft for an all-star player because the team might take it.
True. No,
Made
for
it
sure.
Victor.
But what I'm saying is, though,
But yeah.
I can make a move. Let's say Kevin Durant's disgruntled in the offseason. I can trade my 7 first rounders for Kevin Durant, right? Then I have De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Durant, Keegan Murray. And I might have a team that actually can win some games and continue.
But what KD want to be in Sacramento?
No, but he has no choice because he has on the contract for 3 years.
That is true.
3 years.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm saying a player like that, or like a player like just like how Clippers got Paul George. Like, hey, bro, I like Victor. Victor's gonna be tough. He's a problem, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like Victor.
Yeah, that's a unique talent right there. Like
That's
he has.
extreme. I thought Chet Holmgren was something different, but this man's fluid. He's like a 6'7" guard, bro.
We thought Kristaps Porzingis was the unicorn.
LeBron
That is-
called him the alien. He's the alien.
that is
Hey, Kristaps was the unicorn with the horn taped onto his head. We
a horse.
We just discovered that shit.
But also think about
This is the real one.
Kristaps couldn't move like he moved. Like Kristaps is like a big 7 foot stiff. He's 7 footer.
Like he's so
This
fluent.
guy's fluid like a
he
6'5".
moves like a guard, yeah.
6'5" guard. He can move.
It's
he can
just
run.
like something. It's like a my player.
He's
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert, but with offense. It can be more fluid.
It has a shot.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
He has a jump shot.
And look how he shoots the ball, bro. I never thought I see the day where I see a sitter
Imagine
telling you to come up here, telling a guard to come set me a pick, so I can come up the pick and pull up for a jump shot. I never thought I would see that day, bro.
Bro, just it's Curry, but
7'5".
7'5".
Like, bro, look at this. How do
How?
how
You
do you
can't defend that.
How do you block that?
You don't.
When you jump,
You give him the bucket.
when you jump, bro. Say you 6'6". When you jump, you hit this apex A. I hit 7 foot, baby. If I'm
Look
lucky.
at this.
When
Like,
this man jumps up, he's hitting about 8-9 feet. He's still getting up there because he's taller than everybody. He's like Kevin Durant, but even taller.
it's like
Kevin Durant's already hard to block. You know a guy like this with 7'5"? How do you block a guy like that?
you don't block that. You just give him the
can't-
bucket.
you
Whatever
can't
he
block it.
wants, you give him the bucket.
This man's calling for screen. Look at this man's calling for screens and everything. Look off. Oh, the only thing he needs to develop is a hook shot. That's it. But overall, I think he's gonna be solid in the league when he gets. I can't wait to see him. The NBA's in good hands. But as far as the rest of the storylines,
I look at the Clippers, man.
Clippers look good.
I like Clippers.
Kawhi Leonard look good.
I'm rooting for John Wall. Like,
I mean,
I'm
that could
hoping
be
him.
He's called the bench.
That could be the best big three in LA right now. Wall,
Big three. He's called the
George.
bench.
Well, we know by the end of the year, John Wall will assert himself.
You think he'll start?
But that's the crazy thing about the Sixers, man. When you look at their team, like their whole
bring them Sixers back.
I mean, not the Sixers. I mean Clippers. Sorry, Clippers. Sorry, Clippers. Is that whole bench? Like all of them could be 6 men for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
So the award. Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Well, it's funny because Ty Lue asked, "Hey, is Luke Kennard gonna play?" Luke Kennard only missed like 2 threes all preseason. They asked, they said, like, "Is Luke Kennard gonna play?" And he said, "Yeah, of course he's gonna play." But there's so many people he has in rotation that there's gonna be nights where Paul George and Kawhi Leonard not do anything. They might not play certain nights because you have all these guys like Amir Coffey, Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, all these young guys. The only thing that they need that they're lacking is another big man. I think they'll probably let Moses Brown walk. And I think they could possibly. I would go get a guy like Hassan Whiteside to come in and play as just a backup big just for certain nights, for certain matches, because you can put a lot on Zubac. But as far as team, they can switch out off. They can literally play 5 out. They can play 5 guys and all be able to switch on everything in perimeter. They're gonna be tough. The Clippers are gonna be a tough team, bro. They're gonna be fun to watch. They'll be tough. The Suns, they have a lot going on. They're gonna be interesting to see with DeAndre Ayton, how happy he is there.
I'm excited about the Pelicans.
Please trade him to the Bulls.
The Pelicans look good. Zion got hurt last time, but he said something crazy, so
I
that's
think
good.
that team is picking up right where it left off last year.
Yeah, he looks good. They look good. They look good. Willie Green's a great coach, bro. They're doing a great job. I like that team too. I like what Brandon Ingram's been saying about how he just watches basketball all the time. Like, I'm inside about the Pelicans also. Y'all get the Nets first night, so
Should be fun.
on Wednesday night, y'all get the Nets. So not on TV though.
I mean, people don't talk about Dallas enough. I mean, look, Luka carried that team to the Western Conference Finals last year.
Christian Wood off the bench is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's
He's playing. He's doing it though. But I mean,
I'm surprised.
He's cool with it. I mean,
he's trying to win. And he's trying to get paid, but he's also trying to win.
Yeah.
And he's been on like 5 teams already. 4 teams.
But I think Luka's going to be on a mission this year.
Yeah, Luka's gonna be good.
Yeah, Luka's.
The problem is, I would say he would win MVP, but I don't think. Okay, we should ask about that too. I would say he's gonna be MVP, but I don't think he's gonna win enough games.
Nah, we'll see.
Tim's gonna win MVP.
Did you guys watch the Redeem Dream or the Redeem Team
fire.
Netflix
Fire.
documentary?
I didn't get a chance to see yet.
So good.
Fire. Almost fire.
It's so good.
I saw a couple clips though.
So good. Also, it's crazy because I was so young back then. Like, now I know like how that 04 Olympics team kind of got done dirty because of things they couldn't control. Obviously, with Iraq and everything going on.
Yeah.
And then basically how in 08 it took Kobe. And I forget how bad of a place Kobe was in at that time because he just ran Shaq out of town.
The rape case.
He wanted the rape case, and then, he publicly demanded a trade to Chicago.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Oh no, I want to come back."
Dice he liked the trade. Dice said he wouldn't do the trade anyway.
Yeah, Kobe was in a bad place around that time, and then I think that Olympic team kind of helped remodel the later Kobe that we saw in our middle and high school years, right?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
not
not gonna lie, because I used to hate Kobe. Like I couldn't stand him.
Yeah,
but
it's crazy.
it wasn't until he retired where I started looking back. I was like, you know what?
He was that guy.
He was the guy.
Nah, I still hate Kobe as far as.
No, well, you got. I understand.
My own vendetta.
You got a
He took
vendetta,
He got
yeah.
a ring against us, but I love the competitor. I just hate that he's a Laker, but he did have to work out with the Celtics. He had that workout. I like that shirt with the Celtics. I'm gonna get that shirt. I would say though damn it. Not to the dog. What I was gonna say. Damn it, Dad, you threw me off.
Oh, my fault.
I had something to say. God damn it. God damn it. Nah, now you threw me off what I was gonna say, bro. I can't stand your ass. Oh, as far as I remember watching those games like in the morning, like during that summer, I remember watching them shits all early and everything, because the time changed. The time was different. But it was so much fun. It was kind of cool to see the history of it and going back and like relive it. Some of those moments, like seeing Spain and a young Rubio and Powell and those guys, like that was dope. But
yeah, the one. Bro, when Kobe in the game against Spain, when Kobe said, "I'm gonna run through Powell," and I was like,
I was like, really? He's his teammate. Boom. Just different, bro. Different. Can we take these highlights off, please? We don't even see the Laker highlights, brother. We don't even see all the Laker highlights.
See, great.
Well, I was gonna say. Okay, so another thing I was gonna say was
put that finals versus the Celtics.
I know we're finna get off this, but I'm gonna say this.
2009.
Another thing I've enjoyed. Don't put that on. Another thing. It actually was 2009. Put 2009 NBA Finals on. Yeah. Put that one on.
Right now, 2010.
Shut that one. One thing I want to say. Not trying to be a homer, but the Celtics have looked great this preseason, and I don't think we get enough credit with Joe Mazzulla, what he's doing, because people are talking. Nobody's talking about it. We were talking about the Emmy Doko, how they're gonna look. They've looked amazing. The team is seemed stronger than ever, more bonded. Like Al Horford has said, the team is just continuing on from greatness. I'm about to break the TV. I'm not gonna look at it. And Sam Hauser, shout out to my guy Sammy Hauser, balling, shooting 3 ball. We got our own version of Duncan Robinson. I'm loving it. Blake Griffin, like he's gonna be a solid piece just for certain nights. So what the hell you over here? What the hell you doing?
Nothing, man.
Talking noise?
I'm just relaxing my eyes, bro. That's all I'm doing.
Like the Bulls are doing something.
Yeah.
But shout out to the Celtics. We play Tuesday night, opening night on TNT because we are that team.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all play, they put y'all on TV. Hell,
In Chicago, they're on TV.
Chicago, we got a couple games.
they didn't put y'all on TV first opening
Well,
for
not
Premier
opening,
Week.
not Premier Week, but
we on Tuesday and
we
we're on
got some
Friday.
games coming up. Okay, do I care?
Like,
He don't care because the Dolphins are winning.
Hey, I'm focusing on my Dolphins right
The
now.
Dolphins
man.
1-4. He'd be over there changing up.
Dolphins. Hey,
We should have won. Hey, I'm not gonna go on
USC
red.
balling
I've
out.
been going a lot of red today. We should have won this finals though, bro. If Kendrick Perkins doesn't hurt his knee in Game 6, he don't tear his ACL before Game 7. We beat these guys. We beat these guys if he doesn't tear his ACL in Game 6.
Yeah, well.
Shut the hell up. And Ron just hit that damn lucky ass 3 too. Man was broke as hell all series. He hits that 1-3.
There's a lot of what if moments in sports.
Shut the hell up. Look at Paul.
yeah,
Paul.
we all would know about that.
Paul Pierce is goated, bro. I don't put enough respect on Paul Pierce's name.
What if what's his name?
He goes
from the Falcons. What if damn, can't think of his name. Ricardo Allen's leg wasn't in the way of Julian Edelman making that damn catch.
My point is, bro, the NBA got some fun storylines. Like we mentioned.
What if the no call was called?
Yeah, here y'all go. Shut.
I mean, that's basically that's that's equivalent to real quick. I view that as like our, because everybody wanted to see Kobe and Braun play in the finals, and then the one year it actually became like really close. Dwight Howard and the Magic got in the way of that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like 2018 Breeze and Brady was a close Kobe LeBron matchup. We should have gotten the Super Bowl.
Yeah, to bring Breeze out.
And then it's Jared Goff, who got in somehow.
Hey,
seriously, because Brady and Manning.
Josh McDaniels would kick the extra point.
Because Brady and Manning played in the AFC.
Recent. Yeah,
you never could get like that finals championship.
Well, we know Brady.
And Rodgers never got close the same year as Brady was.
What if Brett Favre scrambled for the first down instead of throwing it across the field and throwing an interception?
I'm glad you said that because at least you didn't sit there and say, "What if the Saints didn't have a bounty on Brett Favre?"
Yeah.
People forget he threw that game away on his own.
He did.
What if Brett Favre didn't steal money?
We changed the highlights now, Kev. You turn them off now. You put the Celtics 07 though.
What if Brett Favre did not steal money?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sheesh.
What if he wouldn't be talked about like he is now? He hasn't been talked about now. Devontae Allen's been talked about more than he has.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. But as far as we talk about NBA storyline, y'all will what ifs and everything. Y'all will attach.
Yeah, we went a little off.
What if conspiracies?
I'm trying to think what else I have left to say. What if? I mean, everybody uses what ifs about the damn teams. I'm trying to think of any storylines I'm thinking about. I mostly watch Celtic stuff, but
what if the Raiders drafted Michael Crabtree instead of Darius Hayward-Bay?
What if Dolphins never go draft that DN from Oregon?
Nah, see, that ain't right.
What if the Raiders
can't even name it right?
What if the Raiders drafted anybody else?
Yes, I know. What if the Dolphins drafted Lane Johnson instead of Deion Jordan?
What if the Raiders literally drafted anybody else besides Jamarcus Russell? Oh, that too.
That too, yeah. What if the Raiders drafted Calvin Johnson instead of Jamarcus Russell?
Yep.
Hey, Jamarcus Russell was a stud coming out of college, bro. I better stop.
Yeah,
that.
he was, but hey,
I can't fault you for it.
Oh, thank you, Kenneth, for that.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
I can't fault you for taking
I literally watched Reggie
Jamarcus
Bush go on
Russell.
TV last week and say he didn't want to be a Saint. I don't want to hear shit.
You can't say I'm surprised. That was a team that didn't have a real home stadium at the
I ain't
time.
trying to be here.
They were flooded. They were a bad football team to begin with.
Hey, but that made me respect Sean Payton even more after hearing that shit.
He said, "F you, I'm drafting Reggie Bush."
Right?
But Reggie Bush was a part of the culture change.
I want David goddamn Putney. That's what he was. He was on that Kevin Costner shit.
Vontae Mack, no matter
what.
That,
Reggie Bush, no matter what.
God damn it.
I think we've reached the pinnacle here, boys. Our picks.
Do you have anything else to say
You got anything else to say?
about basketball?
Nah, we done.
I'm excited for the NBA season Tuesday. Popping off. We got one more preseason game. Y'all done with preseason? Or got one more left?
I'll wait for the regular season next week.
Yeah, we got one more. I think we got one more Friday against Toronto. I'll be watching that. Be tuned in. NBA League Pass. And DeAndre, I'm sorry the Bulls gonna be bad, but at least the Dolphins are rocking. Respect the Dolphins, brother.
Yeah, we'll be bad. Okay.
New York. I don't want to hear that, bro. You didn't speak about your team this whole pod. You didn't say nothing about the Dolphins about the Bulls Lonzo Ball situation.
You know why? Because
you could have said.
Hey, you know why?
A storyline. Will Lonzo get healthy?
You're about to get him rolled up,
You know why?
Javante.
Because I don't need to. We solid. We straight.
Oh, you're straight with DeMar DeRozan and
like Homelander said in The Boys. I'm better. I'm faster. I'm smarter.
Y'all feel that way.
We're better.
Yeah, I used to be like this in public, but it probably like low key. Hello, darkness, my old friend. When the Bulls start playing, you know damn well it's gonna be a bad year for the
Man,
Bulls. And also funny that pick goes right to Orlando too. That's the funniest part.
not our pick this year.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Yes.
Shit.
That window, that Vucevic trade ain't worked out for y'all. at
Y'all
all.
just said, "Hey, we were 3-0." I completely
Bro,
forgot.
even the Magic already won that trade. When they got Franz Wagner, that's a win.
It's bro. We fine. Watch Patrick Williams. If
Oh,
he
you
takes,
still
if
bring-
Patrick
that man don't
Williams
even-
takes.
That man don't even start.
They didn't start him that one preseason.
He's not starting.
He started recently. Okay, we gonna see. But you know
Javante
what?
Green's gonna start, but man, mine is gonna start.
Don't matter. Fuck you.
Javante Green
Anyway,
from the Boston Celtics.
hey, look.
Javante Green who came from the Boston Celtics, who couldn't play for us,
If
who
Patrick
solid player,
Williams
is
takes
gonna
a-
start for the Chicago Bulls over their 4th overall pick, Patrick Williams.
If Patrick
and
Williams,
he's telling me everything's good in Chicago.
if Patrick Williams takes another step,
Oh, here we go with the ifs.
I'm fine. Then we'll be great this year.
Ifs. He wants him to
Okay.
be Scotty Barnes. He ain't Scotty Barnes, bro.
Okay, I don't. You know what? Fuck you. I don't care. Move on.
Yeah,
let's,
yeah,
let's go
exactly.
these pits. Let's go.
Let's go to picks. I can sun you
Well,
here too.
What we're doing this week? I'm gonna. My phone died, so off the top of my head, I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I can read you the schedule.
Oh yeah,
schedule.
please do.
All right, so we have Week 6 Commanders Bears Thursday night tonight.
What fun that's gonna be tonight.
How fun it will. Ravens Giants in New York. Jaguars Colts in Indy. Patriots Browns in Cleveland. Bengals Saints in New Orleans. Buccaneers Steelers at Pittsburgh. 49ers Falcons in Atlanta. Jets and Packers in Green Bay. Vikings and Dolphins in Miami. Panthers and Rams in LA. Cardinals and Seahawks up north in Seattle. Bills and Chiefs in Kansas City. Cowboys and Eagles in Philadelphia. And Broncos and Chargers in LA.
Ooh, okay. Okay, give me Dallas as my lock over Philly.
Wow, okay.
We're ride the Cooper Rush train. It has yet to disappoint. And you know, give me Pittsburgh at home. It's at Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
Give me Kenny Pickett to get it together. To get it together this.
Damn.
Yeah, to get it together this week. Give me the Steelers in an upset.
Okay.
We'll ride with the Steelers.
Hmm.
Maybe
Are you picking all of them? Or you just picking those two?
picking those two.
Oh, we both pick two only.
Yeah, like you're locked and then you're upset.
Okay. Go ahead, DeAndre. Are you going next?
Yeah, I'll do next. So my lock.
Dolphins.
No, my lock is the Rams.
Okay.
I mean, come on, Panthers.
Interim coach,
And
back quarterback.
interim coach. Yeah,
So the upset
PJ
must be the
Walker at
Vikings.
quarterback. Upset. I'm gonna go Dolphins over Vikings.
Okay.
I think Skylar Thompson full week of practice. I think the South Florida Heat will get to Minnesota
Oh, it's at Miami.
in Miami.
Okay. Okay.
Noon game. Xavier Howard's back. I don't think he'll necessarily lock up Justin Jefferson, but
Do enough.
he'll do enough.
Okay.
I have confidence.
I get behind that.
Yeah.
All right, Javante, what are you thinking?
It's tough, bro. Some good games. It's a lot of good games. I'm not gonna lock that. I don't know. That's a good game. I don't know how much pick between the Eagles and Cowboys yet. My lock. I'm gonna go with. All right. First, we go with my upset. Upset. I'm taking the Giants over the Ravens. I don't know if that's an upset. You ever say that upset? Or y'all picking the?
I mean,
Ravens are favored.
Ravens
to
are
win.
favorite, so I guess.
Yeah, Giants are out. That's an upset.
Okay, I'm going Ravens. I'm going Giants. My bad. Giants
Okay.
in that game at home. Ravens defense has been kind of questionable, so I'm going there. And for my lock, I'm going Cincinnati over the Saints
Okay.
in New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who the battle of who day versus who dat?
No, we're talking about who they. Joe Burrow, who they?
Who dat? But,
Who they?
I mean, it doesn't really bother me. It's the thing that they're two separate. Like, what gets me more mad is when people call the Steelers black and gold. And I'm like, clearly it's yellow, first of all.
Sure.
Who day? They made that their own thing. I'm cool with it.
No, I picked Cincinnati. I don't know if the I mean Saints have a solid offense, but I just don't know.
Is it Dalton starting this week or is it Jameis?
Jameis is practicing this week. So.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely sold my pick. I'm good to go.
Can't say I blame you. That might
sorry?
that might make you lock
Book
it in.
it.
I don't mind the Dalton and Taysom 2 quarterback
You know,
system.
so funny, bro. You were feeling so. It's funny. That's what I love about sports, bro. We all feel so good before we see it start. Cause I remember talking about Deshaun Watson. He's like, "No, I'm cool with Jameis. Jameis had a good year last. I'm cool with Jameis." And now Jameis is like, "Hey, bro, get him out of here as fast as possible."
I'm cool with
Yeah,
Andy
that's out
Dalton.
of here.
Andy Dalton, where you at? Give me the red rifle.
Oh, you're the Cooper Rush thing. Hey, we go with this guy right here.
Hey,
bro,
it's the
go
NFL.
draft.
It's the NFL.
Hey, if I'm an Eagles fan, I'm happy though with what y'all doing.
Oh yeah,
That
shout
pick
out,
was really
shout out.
nice.
But we got Chris Olave out of it, so I'm cool.
Chris Olave. I like him a lot.
I'm cool with Chris Olave.
Would you ever move Michael Thomas? Ooh. Remember last year I said that's the same because you said hell no. You look at me like I was crazy last year. Now he's thinking about it.
I don't know what the price would be for him.
The first or fifth. Ooh,
I don't even think he's worth a first right now.
Yeah, he's not worth the first.
I say second.
that's like, hey, take my
He's
deal.
probably realistically worth a third. But if it's worth a third, I think I'd rather keep Thomas. If for a second, I'd do it.
Damn.
But I think he's worth a third.
How things have changed. Last
Right
year,
now, I think he's worth a third-round pick, and I would rather just keep Thomas.
you were holding on last year, bro.
He's balled out when
when
he's
healthy. Healthy, yeah.
Probably all we heard.
But now he's got the toe problem on the other foot.
Hey, you bring one of Ohio State quarterbacks, and maybe that's what you need. Ohio State Saints.
CJ Stroud. Hey,
The
I
Ohio
actually
Saints.
saw this the other day, but they were like, what if like Matt Eberflus like he doesn't trust Justin Fields, doesn't like Justin Fields. What if Justin Fields like they traded
Make him
to-
available.
Yeah, made him available and traded him to
I would
New
trade for
Orleans.
Fields.
Okay, Ohio State connection still
Yeah,
there.
Ohio State connection. Yeah.
I mean, you could do that in the draft anyway. If you want to do the draft, you could do it. But
Yeah, I would trade for Justin Fields. Excuse me, I think the
Over Derek Carr?
Bears don't know. In that case, you're probably going to give up more for Fields, but he's cheaper.
Derek Carr's
so
ready
what
to
would you
win now,
what
though.
would you trade for Fields versus what would you trade for Carr? If you...
Carr is probably worth a 3.
Nah, we want a first. That's the time come for desperate measures.
I don't have that to give you right now.
Time. Hey,
I don't have that to give
You're
you.
gonna find it. You better call Boys on to get that
You
first.
said that very quickly.
You better go find it.
Fields is probably going to net you back a second-round pick. And I would...
A second for Fields?
He's not worth the first. Because,
I mean,
what is he showing
only
to
2 years
prove?
in.
I mean, Carolina did the same thing with Darnold. They traded a second for him.
Yeah. I mean, what has Fields showed you through these first couple of years that makes you think he's worth the first-round pick?
Okay, well, Derek Carr, we want a first. Or a
I don't
second.
have that. I don't have that.
I want that second round pick then. I don't want no third for Derek
So
Carr.
a second-round pick for Fields or Carr?
Yeah. 2 playoff appearances. Good locker room guy.
I would do Carr.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I
That's
would-
fair. That's
I would
fair.
do Carr.
I mean, he's more proven. So yeah,
I would do
understand
Carr.
Well, also, he beat leadership. Just have to do that. He needs perfect situation. Like I said about Matthew Stafford, you got to put the right things around him. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I
But
feel
Derek
that.
Carr's our guy for right now.
For right now.
Josh McDaniels, go and put your house up for sale, brother. I don't know if you're gonna make it. You need to go get that. Go get you one of them Airbnbs. 'Cause I don't know how long you gonna be up in Vegas, bro. They gonna run you out, bro. Marty Evans can't afford that, bro. Now I'm about to go back on a rant. Marty Evans can't afford to have Vegas be trash, bro. Like
Hey,
you
run
lose
the
the
ball.
fan base too
Run
quick.
the ball.
Run the ball.
That's what we learned
That's all we
today.
gotta do. Run the ball.
I felt that shit in Richard Sherman, man. I felt that.
Oh, Rest, I'm at
That man, that was personal.
He's on PTSD.
That
bro.
came from the heart.
Hey, shout out Kenneth pulling up.
Are y'all
that
enjoying the
Black
Amazon crew? Are y'all enjoying that?
The games?
Yeah, like not the game. Cause Thursday night trash. Thursday night been trash football, but like as far as like the
I
crew,
mean, I'm not gonna lie. That shit was funny. I was watching the Dolphins game, and it was Lord of the Rings promotion. And Al Michaels was reading. He was like, "Oh yeah, make sure to tune in on Friday nights as the Battle of Middle Earth versus the ORC Army." And I'm just like, I'm like, no, this motherfucker didn't just spell out orc.
He read the script.
Are y'all enjoying the cast though?
ORC Army.
Yeah, I feel like my man
I mean,
Kirk. I feel like my man from college football is a little lost sometimes.
Oh yeah.
well, I think
Well, Kirk was bored at this game. I ain't gonna lie. He used some high tempo,
But he's from
high
college,
High-
bro.
high
He's from
stakes.
college.
high stakes games. So when Al Michaels was like, "Oh well, I mean, this was still a good game, or is this still fun?" Kirk said, "Nope, nope."
I've called D3 games, Al, and I've seen better.
Yeah.
Nah, Amazon's been kind of. Yeah. I think with Roger Dillon need to do, bro. I know we gotta get ready to close out. What they need to do.
Flat scheduling.
Flex for Thursday night, bro. It should be not that. Like like they make sure like on NBA, like they make sure they put the prime teams on the TNT games, like on Thursday night. They put mainly prime teams. Like second everybody Thursday night game, bro. Make sure you put like the prime team. I'd rather see like at least if you're gonna have Thursday, put the prime matchups.
You know something I would do? I would have because I like the doubleheader they did to open Monday night, or this week 2 of Monday night.
Back-to-back games.
I would have it every month, like September, October, November, December. Every one of those months, there's a Monday night doubleheader at least once every month.
No, that would be cool.
That's what I would do.
Thursday night
I
need to be
get
something
that.
else though, bro. They need to change Thursday night up. The matchup's been kind of boring. They got some
Music
bad
doesn't
matchups.
hit.
Huh?
The music doesn't hit either.
Yeah.
No, I ain't hitting either. That little small football, that little arrow football, that was.
I mean, the pregame show, it feels like Fox because half the people are from Fox.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's. I mean, that Cincinnati bingo game could have been doper if Tua didn't get messed up, but.
Yeah. But hey, we'll see what happens. It's a young season for Thursday Night Football.
Yep.
Any last words, gentlemen, before we call it a day here?
Let's see. Any Dre and J news? Everything pretty much talked about. Make sure y'all go see Black Adam next week. There is a surprise in it.
Halloween comes out this week.
Halloween comes out this week.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Black Adam. Hey, I'm excited for Black Adam. Bro. I already saw the little leak post credits.
I need your reaction in theater.
Oh yeah, I'll try.
If it is what it is, I need
I'll
that.
I'll try.
I need that
record
in on the channel.
I got you. Hey, yeah, DC. Hey, DC, we up. We up. If you know what I mean.
See what you did there.
Marvel fans, stand by. We gonna be around. Black Panther come out next month. We here for ours. Don't worry about it. We gonna hold it down. Black Panther gonna do $1 billion.
Mhm.
It's doing $1 billion.
Okay.
We shall see.
Kent, it's doing $1 billion, bruh. Get them. Hey, go get them pre-tickets. Go on, show them a trailer right quick. No, we rocking though. Overall, It's been dope. We're behind some content. We gotta get some trailers out there for y'all. We behind, but
Yeah.
Overall, been fun. New vlog out. Flag football vlog out now. Go
Hey,
check
you ain't
that
got to
out.
promote that.
Huh?
Hey, I said, hey, you ain't got to promote
Nah,
that.
Come on, they gotta
You want to see the highlights?
They gotta see this. They gotta see the start.
There
before
ain't
they
many
see the final
highlights in that
product.
game, Javante.
DeAndre had all the highlights. I was happy with his highlights. I was like, let me see that
Shit,
catch.
no, I wasn't. I included my drops in it too. I was like,
I was happy to see them catches in there. You're like, I got that ball. Oh.
yeah,
That's really fun. It's all good though. But yeah, that's out now. If you want to check that out, see the team, Alex in it. We got
I
everybody
get murdered in the game.
Yeah,
We all
did.
got murdered,
We
though.
did.
That's our usual routine, but we don't really play close games.
Hey, yeah, we
We're
thought
Detroit Lions.
we thought it was sweet out there. We thought, hey, we had these guys last week.
Yeah, we came out
Ain't
sweet.
that-
We the Lions, bro.
We didn't practice. We didn't focus.
I put in the group. I said, hey, y'all still down to practice? Nobody liked the damn message.
This week.
Yeah, I'm talking about last week.
Oh
remember?
yeah.
I put it out there. Hey,
It was Sunday
Y'all
Sunday
still
football,
good?
bro. People chilling on
yeah.
Sunday.
So next time y'all chilling on Sunday
People
football,
recovering from the weekend.
and y'all thinking about winning games, y'all gotta pick one.
We the Lions, bro.
Damn
What
it.
Jarvis Legend say in the Cleveland Browns Hard Knocks training camp? That shit's toxic. Oh, we have a
Yeah, exactly. Y'all chose to do
That
that,
shit
man. So,
toxic.
that's on y'all. None of y'all like the message. Y'all just said, hey, if we avoid liking or responding, he'll cancel practice. Well, that's what happened.
All right, Coach Jones, we'll need you out here right
Hey, if
now.
we did it during the week, I'm there.
Nah, you're good, bro. Don't worry.
Nah, man, it's
No
it's
practice
good.
this week either already. So
Yeah, we're good. We good.
seasons. We're talking about practice.
Hey, we'll start practicing again in the spring.
We're
That'll
just
be,
trying to get
that'll
ready.
be,
We
that'll
get
be
through
training
week
camp.
16. We made the playoffs, so
Make
week
it
16,
make it through
17.
healthy.
Just have
Yeah.
fun. We can go out there, just have fun.
Go out there and sling some balls.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I'm trying, bro. I am here slacking on my.
Yeah, we'll
Trying
see.
to pat
We'll
Mahomes.
see about that.
But nah, shout out to you guys. Glad to be on the show, man. Glad to have a good time with y'all. Some great games this weekend. Really excited for that Cowboy game. I'm
Yep.
taking the Eagles. I know
Should
that ain't
be
my
fun.
picket game, but I'm taking the Eagles in that game.
Proud
I think
this-
it's going to the second half.
Proud of this show as well, and as far as its streaming and the channel, I mean, over 50 subscribers, so hopefully we get to 100 for
100.
the
We're working
free
on it.
jersey of any sport, any kind, any
Ship it out to
any
you, too.
player. Yeah.
Shout out to my Uncle Kev behind the scenes, too. Like in She-Hulk. Working the camera.
This is good.
Working everything. Working all the technology for us. That's our Uncle Kev right there, bro. Keeping us going.
I think.
The braids of the operation.
Yeah, speaking of She-Hulk, saw it. I mean,
Hey, we ain't talking about Dre and Jay. He said cut. We aren't supposed to cut. We
okay, my bad. I'll just say,
I enjoyed
We're
it.
trying to
yeah,
close out.
it was fun. It was
trying
fun.
to close out. So shut the hell up.
I poked fun of what's going on with Disney Plus.
I think She-Hulk is it's like the first 2 episodes, okay. Last 2 episodes, okay. Second to last episode, great.
Yeah.
The last 2 episodes, okay, and then the middle is just
kind of there.
there.
Don't want to talk about
My
it.
girlfriend loves that shit. She was watching that shit when it dropped right after it dropped. She was loving it.
That's late. I wouldn't be at that late for She-Hulk.
Yeah, she was loving it, bro. Like I said, Marvel got something for everybody.
Yeah, this is true.
Something for everybody. Every fan base.
Hey, Kenneth already getting ready. He pulled up them Black Adam clips. Like
Go
it's
watch
nothing.
oh hell no! Go watch that Werewolf by
Hey,
Night.
he ready for it.
Go watch that Werewolf by Night also. Go check that out. It's dope.
But
I'm not watching Uncle Kev. Don't worry. I'm not watching these clips he's playing. I'm not watching that crap.
it's gonna wrap things up. It's gonna wrap things up, folks. Do not forget to like, subscribe, comment. Love the interaction from the people. And until then, see you guys next week.